were in Tiberius's server one late night, and there was quite a few of us: Tiberius, Wiggle, me, Be More, like the rejected and canceled gang. So we're sitting there, we're chilling, right? Out of nowhere, Zin is talking stops mid-sentence, and he legit just fucking eats shit face first to the floor, just passes the fuck out. We're freaking out, thinking we just watched Grandpa Zin die in a Discord call. We're trying to dox him to just get him help, right? We're like, does anybody know his name, address, anything? He lives in Colorado. Where? I don't fucking know. We're panicking, trying to go. Like an hour and a half later, he just sits back up. I don't know, man. Maybe my blood sugar got a little low. We're sitting there. We're all sitting there like half scared to death, like in tears, going, "We just want Grandpa Zin fucking die, man." Boxes. Those boxes behind you, Prime. Let's talk about those boxes.
Yeah, what's in the box?
Are you ever going to do an unboxing of the boxes? Do you have more boxes in the boxes that you're going to unbox the boxes that have the boxes inside the boxes?
How can you be on a panel if no one can see you, dude?
I can still be on a panel. People on their cameras, or I just leave the top of my head available. It's better than a lot of others. So.
Just do it real quick.
I don't know. It's not my problem.
Ignore the mining rig in the background.
I can't do this.
Check out the poll in chat. Chat, go ahead and vote on the poll that's been just put out. The Titan stream.
Titan stream.
I just got my thumbnail image. I just got my fucking thumbnail image.
Thanks for being around, buddy.
When you do it smug, it just looks dirty.
Yeah.
Healthy, isn't it? I know. It's good posture, good etiquette. Absolutely.
This hurts my back.
Yeah, right?
Right?
Maybe it's because I have a trash chair, but this is terrible.
But thank you, Titan. So we'll get started right now. I'm going to come into the StreamYard as soon as I open this thing up.
Yeah, sure
So
thing.
we're all mods. We can move ourselves.
Yeah. Just move ourselves. We can also disconnect each other as we just found out.
Mute each other.
Don't please.
You know, I don't want to say it, but
no, don't you say it. You know it's gonna. You know that's gonna piss me off.
Wait,
boy.
Have we tried it on Prime?
Let's save
can't.
that story for when we get started. Hold on, let's save the story for when we get started.
Alright.
Anything?
Boxes. Those boxes behind you, Prime. Let's talk about those boxes.
Yeah, what's in the box?
Are you ever going to do an unboxing of the boxes? Do you have
What's in
more
the
boxes
box?
in the boxes that you're going to unbox the boxes that have the boxes inside the boxes?
Here's the thing about the goddamn boxes. I've told people on stream. I've actively admitted what's in the boxes. I've said it before. What's in the boxes?
Yeah, but we don't know, do we?
No,
we don't know.
I've told you what's in the boxes.
dead body parts, dude. He's a killer.
Yeah, that's actually, you've never seen his family. That's his family.
That is kind of weird. The reason why he doesn't want to like talk about his personal life at all is all because it's like they could track all of his like the individual killings and then like bring it together.
Boy.
Well, imagine the news
close to his
story.
bed and he reflects on that last moment. Is that it's almost like that My Hero Academia. It's like his dad said something wrong at the last minute, chopped his whole family up. And he just thinks about it, wakes up some days, looks at the box, looks back at his bed. Goes,
Whoa! Is that a spoiler?
No.
What are you
Anyway, so anyway, moving on.
He says there's comic books in there, but
That's what he said. Yeah,
I don't know.
it's a little weird. Not gonna lie.
Oh boy,
You could fit a lot of things in those boxes. A lot of things.
Why would you have physical copies of comics anymore? It's all digital, Prime.
Exactly.
Why would you?
Very, a little sus, if you ask me.
It is a little sus. I have to admit.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for being here. Really appreciate it. So I wanted to, of course, introduce my guests for this amazing group of people who've helped support me, who've allowed me to get to 1 year, our 1 year anniversary. I'm going to start with my main man, my first mod. All right, his name is Pisco95. Pisco, back, our legal beagle. Very soon to become an eagle. Pisco, thank you for being here, friend.
The pleasure's all mine. My only regret is that I'll have to be gone in like 30-ish minutes to get back to studying.
No.
But it's really been a wild ride, Prime. I remember these are a lot of Gen 1ers right here, like the first generation of Prime guests. I think we're in like Gen 5 or 6 at this point.
Yeah, something like that.
And so it is very nice and fulfilling to see so many familiar faces all in one place. And I'm glad that you called the banners for this your 1 year anniversary.
The House Prime.
Wow, thank you for that one. Oh wow. Yeah, call the banners. That's a good way of putting things. Thank you, Pisco. Pisco he's done so much for this channel. He's been here for so long, and he's just been a pleasure to get to know. So I'm just so happy that he's in my life. Thank you for stopping by. I know you're a very busy guy at this moment, but thanks for spending some time with us. Next, we have a young man that I love, respect, and happy to see constantly grow, constantly advance, either here in Twitch and out in the real world. He is Polar's World. Polar's World, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, Prime, this is really awesome. 1 year. You've gone so far in 1 year. You're a partner, dude. You did it in like the first couple months, which is crazy. I do agree with Pisco that this is Gen 5 right now. So you've come a lot of generations and survived. Yeah, you should be really proud. This is cool. You've been able to build a really cool community. People stay here. They do things here. And it's not like it's Prime's channel. It's the community's channel, right? Yeah, something like that.
Absolutely. That's how I like to think of it. Looks like someone is not here right now. We'll get back to them.
I'm here.
Oh,
I'm here.
yeah.
I can't be on camera. I had my face lasered off yesterday.
Okay.
Whoa.
Well, thank you, Samantha. We imagine you're looking even more beautiful than usual. Samantha, who helps this channel a lot behind the scenes. Samantha does a whole lot of work for us in terms of like our YouTube, in terms of scheduling, and in terms of just keeping all of this mess together. So I want to thank Samantha. You'll have to imagine her always cheerful face. Samantha, thanks for being here.
Oh, no problem. I would rather be nowhere else. If anything, to mock you and the guests that have been on here since I've been in the community. Because if anything I did when I've slowed down on it a lot, but if anything I did when I got here, it was definitely mock the fucking community. So we're gonna have some fun tonight.
Okay, thanks so much. Next, Spectre, who has been with us for quite a while too, for many months. Spectre, who's been stepped up and helped produce this channel. Behind the scenes, Spectre's doing a great job. Spectre, who I've definitely relied upon. Thank you for being here, buddy.
Wouldn't miss it for the world. It's holy shit, it's been a fucking year, dude. That's it's crazy.
Yeah.
I
surprised.
still can't believe that I got everybody in one VC either. Like life's wild. Everybody goes in different directions. Pisco's absolutely correct. Yeah, it's Generation 6, soon to be Generation 7, and we're still rolling.
We're trying our best. And we'll talk about the generations thing in a second in case people are confused. But thank you, Spectre. Next, oh boy, I believe he's a fan favorite. He's one of my favorites any which way. Titan, one of my problem childs. Titan, who has been here just as long as Pisco has, maybe even longer actually. Might have stopped by here before Pisco. But Titan's been here, consistent guest, and has added a lot to his channel, has caused a lot of fights here.
He's been here since my name was Pisco.
Oh. Yeah, that's right. Titan, thank you for being here today.
Yeah, it's been a road to say the least. It's been a whole year, rolling on 12 months subscribing. It's from humble beginnings, and you've come a long way in that time. So it's nice to be back where it all started.
Thanks so much, buddy. Wiggle, one of our newer mods, but Wiggle, who also has put in a lot of work behind the scenes. I'll say that again and again, because a lot of people have been so helpful and so instrumental to keeping this channel together, to making things happen when they're supposed to happen. Wiggle has been one of them. Wiggle, thank you for stopping by, my friend. One of my fellow manga readers, right? Person I can actually talk to, have these conversations, and apparently spoil the chat. Wiggle, thanks for being here.
Oh, it's great. It's weird at points because it's like a lot of the people here were in this community before me. If there was a generation, I was at the tail end of the generation you guys were all in. So I still remember when I was in the chat watching you guys. So it's kind of funny. I guess I'm here to represent the collective alongside Polar of all the black friends that couldn't make it. So it'd be we combine the powers of Gambit, Joe Lewis, B More, the whole collective Pyro, all into two. It's great to be here. Yeah.
Okay, thanks so much. Next, Tiberius. Tiberius has been with us for quite a while. Tiberius, who, and I've said it before, who has appeared on the channel, helping me, when there's literally no one else, right? I'm doing this panel thing, and there's no one else around. It's just me and Tiberius arguing back and forth.
Wait. I think the first time I came on was to fuck with Tiberius. Yeah, it was. I think that it was you two in the chat that day that I came in.
Sorry. I remember that. That might have been.
I remember the first night I met.
The funny time, the first time I came on was to fucking go after you, Pisco, and something you were saying about Afghanistan, and then it turned into me calling you a white knight.
Oh. Saw that. I remember that. That was
I didn't mean
funny.
to step on
What if the white knights are just the friends we made along the way?
Tiberius, yeah, thanks for being here.
Yeah, it's cool to be the only right winger and non-mod on the chat. That's cool.
Why do you have to make it awkward, dude? Just say it.
No, I must have done something right. I'm the only second-class citizen here. It's great.
No, what are your feelings on 1 year?
It's cool. I'm actually amazed that it's been 1 year. I'm actually coming up on my 3 year, and I have not had anywhere the near success that Prime has. So well done, man.
Making us feel sorry for you every
no,
time.
No, I'm not.
The sympathy points.
Look at Pisco's already getting prepared for his
he is.
He's ready to go into law.
And
don't take it personal. It's just practice.
What is sorrow? All right. So imagine you're in a room, and every second somebody enters the room feeling sorrowful, right?
No,
I've dealt with enough of Pisco's fucking lawyer bullshit in that fucking stream with Connor. I want to break from it.
Do I need to explain my username?
Yeah, no one knows what the hell Tiberius.
Okay.
Oh, I know what it is. I know what the first part is. Tiberius was a Roman emperor, right?
Yeah.
That's
Roman
cool.
I mean,
And
okay,
also the middle name of.
Oh, James Tiberius Kerr.
Yeah, right.
All right, so my username is that my birth name's Ty. And then for some reason, anytime I would be like, "Hey, my name's Ty," they'd be like, "Oh, hi, Todd," and I'm like, I'm tired of that shit, and so I started rolling with Tiberius in high school, and it just kind of stuck because people remember it. And the D is literally just the first letter of my last name because it's 11 letters of French pain, and people can't pronounce that right either. So it's just literally Tiberius Day.
So you go by Tiberius?
Yeah, for real. People will call me that at work. The only people that don't really call me that is my family because they're so used to Ty. But I mean, literally, my name is my username.
It's I mean, my mom calls me Prime, so I mean, I get it.
She does not.
You have no
No.
proof. You have no proof that she does.
First name Prime, last name Case.
All
Okay,
right.
I know
Hiding
what
his
your
name and-
first name is, man. I was your first rewatch of your first stream, like maybe a month ago, and you said it in your very first stream. And much to the honesty, in your very first stream, you covered a Jacobin article which said that what was it? That Joe Biden wasn't a real socialist. That was your very.
How did
first
you
stream.
see that, Wiggle? Wait, no, don't dox. Never mind. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
But thanks so much, seriously, Ty. And then awkwardly, we turn to Kino. Kino, how are you doing?
Why is it awkward, Prime?
I don't know. Things have gotten weird. Kino,
Under the water,
has
bro.
been
Under the
here,
water, bro. It's
one
all
of
good.
Our earlier supporters as well. I met Kino on A for Andres.
Andre.
A for Andres channel. It was great. Thank you so much for coming through and being support. Like, I don't know, you just like jumped on and you like with both hands, right? And just been such a good, and just not just on screen, right? But behind screen, off screen. Kino has been a great person to have in my life. I'm so grateful for her. Kino, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I don't actually know what our first stream was together, but it was a panel on A4 Andres, wasn't it?
Yeah. Hmm?
Was it? Do you remember what the hell it was?
No, I don't. You've asked this before.
Okay,
I don't
either.
know.
I don't. But no, like watching you grow has been such a fucking adventure, and I was kind of surprised that I was invited to this, but thank you for having me here.
Thank you.
Like, pleasantly, it's nice to have everybody else in the room.
Okay. Next, last but not least, we have our good man, Dancing Spoon / Sneaky Debate Man. Dancing Spoon has always been, well, he's another one of my problem children. I've gotten a lot of DMs about Dancing Spoon here, but I've always tossed them all away.
Why?
The stories.
Dancing Spoon was pretty. He would say some yikes stuff back in the old days. I gotta be honest. He was not scared of saying anything.
I'm still not scared.
Yeah, but he's been a constant supporter, and I always appreciate him. Like, I've talked to him off stream about, like, you know, problems that we've been having, and he's always been kind enough to listen. So I don't know, Dancing Spoon, thank you for being here.
I'd love to be here, basically. I mean, I've been here ever since Prime was at 10, 15 viewers, and I'll be here up until 4,000, 5,000, 10,000. All right, but you're never going to get rid of me. The time zones, they can't keep us apart, Prime.
Thanks so much. All right, here we are. Gathered these individuals. These are just a few of the people who've hopped out the channel. Another person who's been so kind as to hop out the channel is in chat. Unfortunately, they are feeling a bit sick, but I'm so happy they have stopped by. Thank you, Joe, the Silly Serious. Hey, friend. We love you so much. Joe, is another great supporter of the channel. Done a lot. Helped us out with Amazon. Lily has done, I don't know, has been just super kind to me, right? A great friend, like a great friend in real life, or as real as you can be when you've never actually met in person. But Joe's a special friend and a special person. Thank you, Joe, for stopping by. I hope you get better soon. All right, so let's jump into it.
I know what I want to talk about. Okay. I want to give out superlatives.
Okay.
So I want to go through and be like, weirdest person we've ever had on, best moment we've had, worst debater, best debater, biggest surprise. So, like, there's a lot of
masturbator.
Okay, who's first? What category?
Like this. That's a good idea.
I'll let you pick the category, but some things that are just running through my mind right now is the Suspect Sushi Destiny moment. That's the top one. The one where you guys were all yelling at a race realist. Those are all just moments. But
that was Flamenco from the kill stream.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Pick the category and go wild with it, right?
The best has to be.
You're speaking on you're speaking on the StreamYard.
Yeah, right? I just muted him.
Okay.
There was
What are
a
you gonna say,
very
Wiggle?
nice guy. There was a very nice guy, but like it was one of the best moments I've had here, where we're all coming after like a really intense like N-word discussion thing, and there's a guy that was like quiet, super nice dude, and then he just went like, I can't say the word Democrats. Democrats are the real Nazis. And it was just like it was the
Nazi
most
TV?
out of left field thing. It was really intense because we were just like, what's going on right now? We didn't know if the person was memeing, but they're very serious.
You know, another good moment was Prime was hosting the Reddit, I think one of the first times, and it was like Destiny, Dan, Dylan, and like Chud or something, and it was like Lecture Fan on, and Lecture Fan was being questioned on like some policy position, and he didn't know. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so he's like Dylan is asking him, he's like, so like, how do you feel about like a national voter holiday? And then Lecture Fan just won't respond. And like Destiny asks him again, just doesn't respond. And
That's
then
an
like,
insulting question.
yeah, and then like someone asked him again. I don't know. I think it was Dan on a soundboard or something. But he plays like the Raj Royale music. And it's like dun 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 dun. dun. Just waiting. That was a good one. I like
Wait,
that one.
can we get some structure to this? I want to know. All right, number one, weirdest person to come on Prime's panels.
Womped.
Weirdest.
Womped.
Who's that?
It's pretty bad.
It was weird. The first time that dude came on, we were in the middle of a heated discussion. He came on, and then the entire 3 hours after that was just us interrogating him. Well, like, how can you be returned a monkey if you're living with your mom? And he's like, oh, we need to get rid of electronics, all this. I'm like, yet you're streaming from a phone.
That guy was
Like, who
pretty.
pays for the electricity if it should be free? He's like, well, I'm living with my mom. But like, it became like the weirdest thing. He's like, he's cool now. Like, he joins from time to time. But that first time Wompt came on, it was just a big like, what the fuck is this guy? Is he for what the fuck? Either that or the guy who threatened to put a canoe in my head, like an entire fucking canoe, because I said that Sky Daddy is not who gave him his rights to have guns.
What the fuck?
Does anyone remember what CTV's original name was?
Phantom or something.
Phantom
yeah.
Lord or something?
Yes. Oh my god, I remember. Oh crap. So basically, CTV used to be really different. I remember that. CTV used to be a very different guy, and I think Spoon may remember this, but like I remember, dude, I just used to hate CTV for some reason. Like he was really
We
annoying.
hated CTV.
I remember watching from chat. You guys were so mean. It was like I'd be watching, and like if you're a One Piece fan, you know the idea of like hockey. So it's just like you'd be watching, and it'd just be like people chilling, and then like CTV would be one of the people just like talking, chilling, talking like or something. And then there'd just be like someone would enter and the whole atmosphere shift. It'd be like Pisco or Titan would enter, and then all of a sudden it'd just be like this electricity. Like
wait. Titan made fun of CTV's accent one of the first times.
Yes!
And I'd just be sitting there in the chat and be like, what is going
working
on?
submarines and like some shit like that.
Yeah, I remember that. I actually just got off of work and I was in my car and I called him a LARPing fuck because he was like chilling in a submarine for like 5 years, acting like he stopped a Normandy invasion or some shit. That was pretty fun.
Oh man.
When Titan went always, I remember Titan would always sit in his car and like he'd be like, "Wait till I get home. Wait till I get home."
Yeah, he would make me like not do subjects. He's like, no, I gotta get home first. So he would like DM me like, don't do it yet, and I'm not gonna hold off. And he would take forever to get home. I'm like, all right. I gotta keep going. We'll wait for him, and usually Titan would deliver when we would stop by. So and Titan always like good for a great discussion, right? And like to escalate things very quickly.
If I had to put like one of the most annoying people to come on your panels, and I'm sorry about this, and if he sees this, I think he's probably a cool
I know
dude.
who you're gonna say. I think I know.
Who am I gonna say?
Is he young? Does he have a young voice?
No, I'm not gonna say redneck. I'm not gonna say redneck.
Is he a young person?
He's not young.
Oh no.
I don't know.
Is he younger
he's a
than
young
you?
man. I don't know.
Is his name
I think-
Hypertroller?
No, it's not actually.
Has this person been on in a while?
No,
I remember there was this one. He would speak really slowly, wouldn't he?
maybe a little bit. Yeah.
Wait, is this Grizzly? Is this
Oh my
Grizzly?
God, this is like
I think I remember this
Just
guy
shitting
with,
on everybody.
Oh, I remember him. I remember him. He was
Lunchbox
so.
is his name.
So lunchbox.
Wait, Lunchbox.
Oh, yeah,
no.
Walmart Copper Cab. Yeah, that guy.
And listen,
Oh,
all
I
the
was-
love to the shirts and the lunchbox, but no one could trigger me like lunchbox.
Joe called it. Joe called it in chat. She was like,
shit.
"It's lunchbox."
Some would say that Lunchbox doesn't show up as much because and he's paid by the DNC.
The thing is, being lunchbox agreed on like a lot of the politics stuff. It was just the way he said it really angered me. There's a lot more. I mean, you guys can go into all the other annoying people.
Who was Copper Cab? Who was Copper Cab? I don't remember.
I
that.
don't know. A copper cab.
That predates your
YouTube
presence.
Copper Cap was the Gingers Have Souls guy, and Lunchbox was like a discount version of that.
I know who. I still know Lunchbox. I just don't remember. That name sounds so vaguely familiar. Copper Cab.
He wasn't
Yeah.
on for very long, was he?
I
Like
don't-
his reign was a month or two.
I don't remember this person, Copper Cat.
Really?
I
No,
don't remember.
what? No,
Oh god,
this
he
is-
annoyed the shit out of me
Like-
too.
Famous
No.
outside of Twitch.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's not
Yeah.
Twitch relevant at all. He's the Gingers Have Souls guy.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
Gingers do have
I
souls,
remember
all
that.
right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh.
No, but you guys had a flat earther on a couple of months ago, and I didn't get to go on the panel because I think I was in my jams in bed already, and it was already like fucking 1 o'clock or something. But that was super cringe. And then the turf, especially the fucking turf that you had. That's like legendary.
That was
That
a
was
painful
like
argument. Oh, it
three
was so painful.
Dream arc
Yeah.
where she would come on and be banned under multiple different Twitch names and also Discord names.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my god, that was a very controversial moment.
Do you remember that one time it got so bad? Like it was just her versus everyone, and we had to go like turn by turn by turn. It was like a 3-4 hours arc. And then I remember afterwards, Relly covered in everything. It was just, that was.
So painful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real quick, can you guys hear me?
Yeah. we can-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fighting with audio. Okay.
You're
What's
you're a
wrong?
little quiet. That's all.
Oh, okay. I'll turn it back up. I sounded like I was
Yeah.
on earlier.
So, the person that Joe was also saying in chat, which is the one I was thinking of, and I think a lot of people were thinking of as the most annoying, would be Jugsy. Hey, Jugsy.
I love
You know, he tried.
Throwback.
A couple weeks ago, he tried. I think I saw him in your chat. There's a YouTube video, and I won't just go to my
Who's in
YouTube.
mine?
He was in. I have the. This is. I'm not trying to shout out my YouTube video, or like my YouTube channel,
That's
but
fine.
like, there's a specific video a couple weeks ago. I saw Jugsy come back in the Discord, in your Discord, like a couple weeks ago. Saw his name. I don't remember what it was, and I see him like in my chat. He tries to come in and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll debate you on this or something." And he said that he had to he was in a car crash or something, and then he came onto my stream and he comes on and like, "What's up, Jugsy?" And he's like, "This isn't Jugsy," and it's like, "I saw you change your name right before," and he goes, "I don't know what you're talking about," and it's like, "I know, I saw you change it," and he goes, "Okay, goodbye," and he just leaves. It was so funny.
Wow.
Jogsy and his 15 alternate accounts to harass Prime.
Yeah. So in case you guys weren't here for the Jugsy arc, Jugsy was this younger person. And he originally had said he was in high school, but then he changed up his story a lot. In case he would come on the channel, make some odd comments. He had an interesting way of speaking, a very unique way of speaking. So as soon as you hear it, you know it's him. But he had said something about race, and I ended up banning him, right? And then he kept coming back with new accounts, and he had it down to a size because you could time your watch during a stream for when he would come back, because he just was making the alt accounts very quickly. But he wouldn't change the names. He'd be Jugsy number 2, Jugsy number 3.
Jugsy for Justice. Jugsy for Justice the Third.
Yeah.
Jugsy for Justice the Fourth.
And then he make names like Prime is an unfair bastard or something.
Yeah, that's right.
He'd make those names and just sign up a new account.
So funny.
Yeah, and he'd be typing in all caps about me.
So funny.
Yeah, and then he came back. He came back a few months ago, maybe 2 months ago or something. He stopped by in here. He was
with the name definitely not Jugsy.
Yup.
Remember that?
Did that. Yep. I saw that.
I didn't I change his name to not Jugsy.
He entered my Discord with that name, and he was
Yeah.
like, "I'm not Jugsy." Something like that. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, I changed his name. And because he put up some he put up some like doctor or something. I don't know, doctor. I don't know what it was, right? But I'm like, you're not a doctor. I know you're not. I think you pretended to be. Why?
Wait, question for you. Did Ankar ever come to your channel?
Yes.
Yes.
There was an Ankar appearance.
He is. I
He was one of the
have
most
a-
evil people we've had.
No,
on.
fuck that. Every chat that I'm a mod in for Discord, which is a lot of them, I have searched to see if Ankar was there and just banned him, just regardless if he did anything, because he hopped it. He was in Primes one night, and not on stream, but he sat there trying to argue with somebody else, saying that slavery was good because it's how we domesticated the blacks. And I'm sitting there like, are you fucking kidding me? So he got banned from here. I go to another chat and he's starting to try to start the same argument over there. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy.
Funny story about
I
Ankar.
remember very interesting questions for me about Jewish people. So I don't know. He just seems like a very curious person. Maybe we're not cutting him enough slack here.
We're missing like the they would always be on a panel like this if it wasn't closed. An individual would be like, wait, actually, like there is a study, like
Dude, always.
He
I
was a
remember
COVID denier too.
Yeah, Ankar for the longest time. I didn't know this, but Ankar thought I was a woman for like 4 months that I had known him, and it kind of makes sense. Like for a while, it kind of made sense because I remember I was talking with him about this on some debate or something about how it's kind of harmful for like young boys to see all these like role models that are just super buff and they can't necessarily attain to those ideals. And I'm like, yeah, this really like this made me feel uncomfortable. And he goes, yeah, I've never heard of a man like or any guy think it was weird to have like a super buff role model. I'm like, now that I think about it, he really thought I was a woman for the longest time. Pretty funny though.
Huh.
I remember once he was going on this whole like the left are all pedophiles tangent, right? And I asked him, I was like, all right, what do you think the age of consent would be? And he wouldn't answer. It literally couldn't fucking answer the question. Like it's always the way with these kind of people.
Answer is 25, by the way.
He was I think one of the more evil people that we've had on.
Evil, it's always funny.
Yeah.
He was evil.
He was pretty evil.
Before I'm gonna have to leave soon, but I just want to put this out there before anything. And I'm sorry because he might be watching. I'm really sorry, but I actually have to amend who the most annoying person on any of Prime's panels is. And who am I actually gonna say? I'm gonna act as him.
Me.
And you guys tell me who I am.
Okay.
Then you broke your.
I know what it is. I know who it is.
No, don't say it.
No, dude, I know too.
Don't.
Oh, yeah, Prime. It's like just the corporations.
No.
Oh, it's charm hole. It's charm hole.
No, not
No,
charm
it's
hole.
not charm hole.
No.
It's,
Wait. I'll
it's
say
like-
it.
That guy.
It's
I put it in the
group chat.
Discord
Oh,
chat.
it's like we're not allowed to say.
No, look, I'll say it, but look,
Oh no!
I will say that
no!
our good friend, and you are a good friend, Zin, in case you do watch this.
It's my opinion, all right?
That's his
everyone else.
opinion, but
He's a good guy. He just coughs in my ear.
Zin has been one of the longest people. He's the first person once I like became like Prime. Once I actually launched the channel, he's the first person who was like on Twitch that actually talked to me like at all. We were in both like streaming in the politics section of the category, right, of Twitch, and I saw his stream. And I think I want to say I reached out. Maybe he stopped by my stream first. I forget which one. And we just started talking back and forth. He was trying to give me some advice as to how to go along things. I'm like, hey, let's build up our streams together.
What did he say to you? What advice did Zin give to you?
No, he was telling me who the contact, right? He was like telling me to like contact Dylan Burns actually. Like, oh, like you reach out to Dylan Burns to be on one of his panels, and a few other people who don't really stream anymore at this point. But yeah, so he was helpful. He was very supportive. He was, I think, he was one of the first people to actually like donate money. Yeah.
He donated a lot.
Yeah, and he's been kind to us. Just we worked on the coughing thing. Though we worked on.
Since I don't have to be,
It wasn't just the
since I don't have
You
to
would,
be
like,
like this.
Not even respond to everyone, just say whatever you're gonna say.
Since I'm not a streamer, so I don't have to do what you guys are doing. All right, I think of I like Zin because every time I reach for a drink, I have this vision of him, and I'm like, maybe not today, maybe not this time.
Oh no, dude. That's so bad.
Maybe I should just just drink water. Have
Okay,
a soda.
okay, but for context, why Wiggles thinks that way, it didn't happen here in Primes, but we were in Tiberius's server one late night, and there was quite a few of us: Tiberius, Wiggle, me, Be-More, like the rejected and canceled gang. And we're there. Zin is there, right?
Wait. Are you saying there's two there's?
I'm kidding. It's a joke. Chill. So we're sitting there, we're chilling, right? Out of nowhere, Zin is talking stops mid-sentence, and he legit just fucking eats shit face first to the floor, just passes the fuck out. We're freaking out thinking we just watched Grandpa Zin die in a Discord call. We're trying to dox him to just get him help, right? We're like, does anybody know his name, address, anything? He lives in Colorado. Where? I don't fucking know. We're panicking, trying to go. Like an hour and a half later, he just sits back up. I don't know, man. Maybe my blood sugar got a little low. Crying. We're all sitting there like half scared to death, like in tears, going, we just want Grandpa Zin fucking die, man. Like,
You know what's funny is Wiggle isn't laughing for that reason.
I've dealt like the amount of times I've just been like having a convo, and it'd just be like this man be fighting a ghost, man. He'd be like, "What the fuck did you say about me?" And we're talking about like an anime or something. No. There's nice Zin, and then there's like, I'm gonna be racist Zin. Then there's like, I'm gonna pass out Zin. All I know is like, I've yet to see sober Zin. All right.
I don't think that exists.
No, it does.
Not since 1973.
It actually does. Are you ready for the craziest thing that I've ever seen Zin at his best on? Was a conversation with fucking Ankar. That was fucking tripped out.
That's like concentrated. That's like an unstoppable force meets an immovable
object.
Yeah,
yeah, that works better.
Squad, I hate to do this, y'all. I have to leave and I have to get to my studies, but I still regret it because I have so much fun. But please continue to have these conversations. I want to hear everyone's favorite person, least favorite person, and the generations as well. So thank you for having me. Sorry for monopolizing the first part.
No, Pisco, you're amazing. And I'll tell you this now, audience, we're going to have another celebration. It's coming in a few months when our boy Pisco finally passes the bar, and we can finally call him a lawyer without him qualifying it afterwards.
Oh, congratulations!
I graduated a couple weeks, but then the bars and
oh my god, congratulations!
Yeah.
He will go from hottest man in Twitch politics to hottest lawyer alive.
But quickly before you on, Pisco again. He's done so much for the channel. He's been so kind. He's been so supportive. He had to be my first mod because I knew he's a man I could trust, right? So I just gotta let everyone know how much I love my friend Pisco, and I hope he stays my friend, even if he can't be on Twitch. Because he's going to be like a big shot lawyer. Even if he can't be on Twitch, I hope he's a friend of mine for life. Thank you.
Always. All right. Talk to you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.
I kind of like what Pisco's talking about though. Like,
and he's been replaced. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about how Pisco's a piece of shit. Now we can be honest about how we feel about him.
Pisco's gonna respond in chat, dude. Give him a couple seconds. Okay.
But about Ankar, just for a second. Yeah, Ankar, was a guy. So in case people don't know, Ankar was this random guy. We never saw his face. He never showed his face, and for good reason, right? He showed up here, and I think I could be wrong, but I think he showed up here first. CTV had shown up here first, just for reference, but he has nothing to do with Ankar. But he had shown up here first, and then that was a whole odyssey, right? A lot of people get introduced to Twitch politics right on this channel. But Ankar, he had shown up, and he had talked about like, oh, we had a long conversation. Pisco was here and Titan was here as well, I'm pretty sure. And we had a long conversation about like what he was. He was describing himself. He was like, "Oh yeah, like I'm a nationalist, like not like a white nationalist, right? He said something like I'm a civic nationalist or something." And we just like interrogated this
care
dude.
about my country so darn much that I don't want minorities in it.
I care. You know, this country is just so messed up that I care for minorities so much that I just don't want them to be here. They don't need to go through the struggle.
Nothing for minorities if they're not here, so that's why you got to send them away.
He was saying that he talked about like Latin individuals, right? Talked about Latin Americans. I didn't call him that. But he talked about them, and he was like, "Well, no, I don't have a problem with them, right? It's just a matter of culture. Just a matter of culture." like when these two cultures clash, it's just a problem, right? So I just want people all to have the same culture. Holy shit! Like, yeah, it was like, and Pisco just. He did what Pisco did, right? And he interviewed this guy, cross-examined him, made sure to not let him get away. But yeah, I don't know. But he never said that racist shit around me. He never once did it. He never dared to do it in front of my face. But then he would like be buddy with me in DMs. Like he'd be like, "Oh, why did I get banned from your Discord?" You're racist shit. Yeah.
Well,
I ironically met Ankar, which is one of the people I hate most in Twitch politics, and the person that I like most in Twitch politics in the same Discord at the same time. That's Osiris, by the way, in Archer CA's chat like a week before I came here.
Oh, I thought you were going to say your favorite smug puppet, but okay.
Right.
Rejected.
Top 5.
Rejected.
Yeah, but yeah, okay, so it was a weird motherfucker. But yeah, so we'll follow Pisco's guide. So if there's anyone else you want to nominate for worst, you can.
Well, actually, no. He's probably not the worst, but you know, like Wiggle, you probably know who I have a perpetual.
For me?
I don't know. He's like the negapug, effectively.
Redneck?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. I remember
I've sat these two down together.
Dude, do you guys remember 2 days ago when or a couple days ago, it was like Redneck and like Smug. We were just talking about like Corona or something.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. Redneck was just like, you know what, I was like, I had never like seen you guys ever speak before, but holy shit.
No, like go back to any fucking talk. Any panel.
Smug be acting like it's all innocent on his side, but he's throwing jabs.
You do be throwing jabs.
He's throwing some jabs at him.
Sorry, which person is this?
Redneck.
Oh yeah. We've had Redneck himself has been a whole odyssey, but we've come to terms with each other. I feel like at least I have on my end, so I enjoy Redneck's company.
We did one.
I remember
it was like on like Tiberius's stream. Like even like we was like, okay, now Redneck, say 2 things you like about Smug, and what's one thing you'd want to change about him?
I was like, what's one thing you hate about him? And it was bad funny because I think Smug took it like serious. And it was somebody came, it was either him or someone else that when they said the thing they hate, they were just like, he's a fucking idiot or some shit like that. Oh my god.
Redneck never said that.
No, who was the person who was like, I just don't ever think about them. They just went into games, they're like, I don't know, I don't even want to think about them type shit.
I don't know. It was someone else. It was some other contention.
I remember the first time I met Redneck. I met him on your stream. It was just that we had the all black panel, and then afterwards, like there was just this guy waiting intently. He had his mic set up. And then it was like, why is there this older guy that's like waiting? Usually, like you didn't have like older people there at the time. And then we kind of rolled in after the all black panel and just like, why is this happening in Democrat cities? And I stayed for maybe like 3 minutes, and then I was like, I really want to do this, and I kind of just left. And then afterwards, I met him later on like Tiberius's. I don't remember the history of it, but then he was so much more chill. He was so chill. He's such a chill dude.
It was amazing to see who was chill on my stream versus who was chill at Prime's.
Yeah, that's a good
Different
point,
faces.
Tiberius. Like
Different
there,
faces.
there would be people here that like I would just hate, or I really just wanted to like, I really dislike them. But then I go on to like your channel or like on your stream, they just be chill. Like it was weird. It's crazy.
Great. So we bring out the worst in people.
No. Actually, one of them, or just an example, Grizzly was so much more of a pain in the ass on my channel than he was over here.
God,
No, dude was he was
dude,
like
literally watched all, like he binge watched all the Kyle Kalinske videos and then thought he could make an argument. Come on here and just repeat the same things.
See, he wasn't a bad person. He was just a cancer, you know? And it's just like you'd have him, he would join, and you could just see the next hour and a half, 40 minutes. It was just almost like everyone kind of just like patting him on the back until he got the burps out. It would always be like
it was the Bernie Sanders dialogue tree.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
And then Grizzly would hop over to Tiberius' server, and
do it all over again.
I wanted to shove knives into my fucking eyeballs every time this motherfucker talked.
He was so quiet in here. He would just be like calm, and then he'd be like, "Wait, what?" But he would derail. But Tiberius he would shut the fuck up. He just wouldn't shut up.
Screw that stupid bear, dude. I swear to God.
I always liked Grizzly. Other people didn't like. I always like, and Grizzly, if you're saying this, I actually always liked you. I never had a problem with you. So it's interesting, and to find out that they are completely different. I like to think that I'm completely the same, like no matter where I am on Twitch. But I guess that's for other people to judge. But yeah, I didn't know. And I didn't know people were acting. Other people.
That's
were...
right, Grizzly. I hate you.
I was second that.
That's for calling furries degenerates, you fucking shitbag.
One of the biggest things that I found interesting is seeing people on panel versus off panel, and that's including in here is you'll have people that are like the most vitriolic and fucking like hype people on panel, and then as soon as the cam stops, they are a completely different person. I'm like, what the hell is this?
We've also got people who are the opposite.
True.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Tiberius.
You're always the same.
I'm feeling called out.
Yeah, Spectre, you are. I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not, but you're pretty chill. Well, actually, wait a minute.
Y'all engineered this whole subtweet just to come after Spectre like that.
Wait a minute. Like maybe it's different because like a lot of times we agree on things, but like now that I think about it, I've seen you get pretty angry at some people. Yeah, true.
Now about it, there was that one time that Spectre might have called that right winger a degenerate on accident, and I don't know.
No, there was an arc, man. You had your arc. You had your like. No, there is no de-radicalizing the J6 people. They're fascists, and we have to treat them. And he had this whole arc. It was like.
That arc ended with me actually looking at the data and then discovering that like 80% of the people that were there had no affiliation with any kind of far right group whatsoever, and I was just like, oh fuck, these are just boomers that are like believing parts of QAnon. And then it was just like most of them had jobs and like stakes in the economy, and that was actually like blackpilled me further because I was like, oh fuck, this isn't a solvable problem. Never mind.
You know, Joe brings up a good point in chat. I remember, I only remember this. This is a while ago, but like I remember after panels, like a lot of us would just stay over, and that's when we'd have like a lot of personal conversations. That was really cool. The problem is they started like panel would be over at like 6 a.m. Okay, can't do that no more. Can't do that no more.
Yeah, that does remind me of like, yeah, we have two people going like, "Oh, you fucking bitch! You're just a straight up dumbass." That's like right afterwards. So
yeah. Suspect sushi for I remember like this is something that happened, but the first time I met suspect sushi, I was like, I mean now I really dislike him, but like
he's not suspect anymore. He's charged.
Charged sushi. But I remember like he had him on for the first time or something, or in a while, and it was afterwards. It was like okay, because I thought he was just a right winger. Dude, oh my god, oh man, the everything that would come the months on afterwards. Yikes, dude.
I remember being on being on Tiberius's, and if you ever got suspect sushi just to come in once in a while, it was like wildfire. Pisco and Polar would just come in, haven't been there for like weeks, come in like 2 seconds and be like, I just have a question for sushi.
I remember it.
Huh? Like they try to Destiny sushi and we just be chilling, bro.
I remember, dude. I remember every single time. Like, there were so many times, and this is why I had so much fun on Prime. But like, there would be so many times where, like, I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna go on tonight. I have other things. I need to go to sleep. All this stuff." And then I just pop in for a second, and then I hear someone with like the worst take, and I swear to God, I'd hop in and I'd be like, "So, like, I heard you say this. Like, what do you mean by that? Or like, is this like, how do you feel about this?" And I just get so fired up. I don't get to do that as much anymore because I'm like busy and everything. But God, those are so fun. And I remember those would be the best nights because I'd be like, oh, this always happens too. It's like, okay, I swear to God, at 2 a.m., I'm off. 2 a.m. 2:30, swear to God, I'm off. It's 3 a.m. And it just kept going.
Yeah, Pratt completely fucked up my schedule too.
Yeah.
Totally fucked it up.
It's true.
Especially with Topless Stream. Topless Stream it still remains my favorite fucking stream. Not because it was topless, but just because like everybody was so fucking real on that panel, and it was a really special panel for me. And I think a lot of the other people who were on it.
Yeah, it was a moment. It was definitely a moment there on the Topless Stream. For the people who weren't there, I don't think we even have that stream anymore, unfortunately. But
you should Redux.
We should.
I was scared for you. I thought you were running out of content.
No.
I thought you were gonna get banned. I was really scared that you were gonna get banned.
No, because it didn't happen. Like you didn't plan on that happening. It just kind of
definitely.
happened, right? Like Plethora was on there, and who else was on
There
that
was
one?
Ace Man.
Titan was there. Ace Man was the one who started it because Ace Man. I had ended the last stream, right? Like the closed panel, and I transitioned on, and Ace Man just happened to be on like the open panel. And
It was a meme. It just started.
I opened up and this guy is topless, right? Like without a shirt on. I think I make a comment about it. And then Titan, no, but Titan does it. Titan comes on, and who came on with you? Titan, was it Spoon?
Spoon was there too. I think.
Yeah,
I think me and Titan were in like a VC before. Like, should we go on? Should we do it? We're like, yeah.
And so yeah, they come out about their shirts. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess this was a happy today, and I take off my shirt. And then I like DM a few people. Kino comes through.
I just showed up, yeah.
Plethora comes on.
Before your time, man.
Yeah.
You were before your time. You were just missing like the banana and the hot tub.
The hot
and,
tub,
like,
man.
Swear to God. Swear to God. You're so close, man.
Almost
So close.
So close.
Yeah, but the women were also topless. They just like covered up their
Wrapped up.
testicles. And then but it was
Nipicles, please.
it was no, Plethora was the one who was giving me a fucking heart attack. Because Plethora was like, she was on her bed, right? And like with like a sheet like wrapped up around here, and she would just like turn. Right, and like I remember like watching her turn. I was like, "Oh my God!" The nipple comes out. Oh fuck! I'm done. I
thought my ass was gonna fall out of it a couple of times too.
Oh no, you were
that was
almost
dangerous. That was dangerous.
Yeah,
stream.
it was unplanned. You had like a
Totally
towel or
worth it.
something. Yeah, and it just kept slipping.
Meanwhile,
the
like
entire time.
the other guys that were on the panel are just like having a good time. They're just
I'm like
they're focusing
the entire time. I'm clenching because like watching a plethora. I'm like, oh no, don't fuck me here. Oh no. But it was fun. It was but yeah, we did talk about like, it was actually was a really heartfelt stream. That's like one of the most touching moments. We talked about like
That's
body
what I
positivity.
mean. Yeah.
Talked about like what it like our own problems of self-image, you know. It was a really, really cool stream. I loved it a lot.
Yep.
I feel like that like shows off the strength of this format, the open panel format, is that literally anything can happen. Anything can happen. Just like a topless stream, like a really unplanned topless stream, but just like all the other great moments that have happened that you guys have all been here for. Like I can't plan when that happens. I can't plan, but when it does, it's magic. And but it wouldn't happen if I didn't have individuals like you coming on and making it happen.
Well, I think one of the things that makes this platform so special is the level of discontent can obviously get extreme, but there are also, the polarizing moments with Topless Stream where everybody is just like so real and open with each other, and both of those are very valuable to have.
Yeah, I think so. So Pisco asked us to talk about our favorite people that we've met here.
I miss Plethora.
I miss Plethora too.
Where the fuck is Pleth?
Pleth is out there. Pleth is doing well. She has she's getting her degrees, like her masters in social work. She's like she's out there in the world doing her thing. So yeah, we thank Pleth, who is out there somewhere. But yeah, she's actually doing practice at a yeah. So check out Pleth's Twitter account if you want more. But she's doing well. What about the rest of you?
Favorite person? That's gonna take me a second. I'm gonna exclude everyone on this panel. Like this
of my heavy hitter list is from meeting them here. So I'm not gonna act like I mean I've got a list of just people that are fucking awesome that I met here. Yes, I'm Vivian Wolf now. I have a list.
Oh yeah. Oh, please go ahead. Tell us.
Oh, okay, sure. I know I met Sam here. I know I met Daddy Marks here, these are just mods. I don't remember if I met Justin here. I think I did, but I couldn't be sure. I know I met Sharp here, and that's half of my mod team. And then give me a second here. Heavy hitters, I met Counter through you. I met Gambit through you. I met Grimace through you. I don't know if I met Carl through you. Kobe, I definitely did. Last username was from him. I don't think so. Peacecraft, Pisco, Polar. I don't know about Doghouse. Rento Box, Internax, IP. I don't know. Where did I meet IPA from? I don't remember. A few of these I'm kind of questioning on. Motocap, I might have met here.
Motocap, you probably met here.
He had his own stream there for a little minute. I can't remember if I met him on the stream or if I met him here.
But he was here all the time.
True.
Yeah.
And then Socrates, I definitely met here. So yeah, like half, if not 2/3 of my heavy hitters list, I definitely met here.
So, I can say this. One of my favorite people that I met, and this person, and I think Tiberius just mentioned them. I don't remember, but like, ended up actually being a friend of mine. It sucks that he's gone now, but Growl, that was cool to meet Growl. Like me and Growl actually become friends and everything, which is pretty awesome. But he I think he's doing some like I don't know if he's teaching or something, but like he's doing it. There was someone else that Tiberius mentioned. I just forgot.
Endernax.
Endernax is pretty funny. Endernax is pretty funny. Good. He memes a little too close to the sun sometimes, but when he's on that edge and it's not too far, it's pretty funny.
Endernax.
Fat people. What was it? He hates fat people. That was such a good meme for so long.
Yeah.
That's so much better than the Nosball crap.
Snacks.
I think the fat people thing was so funny. Sugar tax. That's pretty funny.
Snacks.
Titan and Pisco were also there when Endernax first came onto this panel, and that was a night. They also grilled him because they thought he was like a Nosball or something, right? I liked him from the start. I have always liked Endernax. But like that night was another one of those endless nights, like 3-4 hours. They went after this guy until eventually they're like, he's not that bad of a guy. Endernax, I know you're out there somewhere, buddy. And I love you. I haven't seen you in a while, but I definitely always love you. Endernax, God, and I've said this before. I've said this to his face. He has like this effortless charm about him that like I wish I had. If I had like a quarter of his charm, like this would be like a 2K stream already. Like he's amazing like that. So yeah, I think he's great.
Do you remember when he would like play Minecraft and that would be his whole screen for a little bit, and he would just like he wouldn't say anything and like
fucking Leafy is hear it.
Yeah, he would Leafy is here. He would say trolly things, and then you wouldn't know if they were real or not. But he would play like goddamn Minecraft in the background. It was pretty funny.
Anyone else? Your favorite people?
Wasn't that actually how you were going to start out though, Prime? Was I remember part of the reason that I donated the first time that I donated was you were trying to get a video capture device, right?
Yeah, and I got the video capture device.
Did you actually end up getting it?
I told you I got it.
Okay.
But like I have it.
And that's
here.
when I told you that your PlayStation was worth like $5,000 too, and I feel really bad.
Oh yeah, that's right. I had that capture card because you need a capture card audience to like play games like all console games on a computer, but if for one reason it doesn't register on my computer. So like I went and bought it as soon as I could, but it doesn't register on my computer. So maybe I need like a new rig.
Oh, I'll tell you this, Prime. Do you have 2 monitors?
No.
So basically, you can't. I learned this the hard way, but like with a regular type of capture card, you can't play on a single monitor and stream at the same time without having super high latency. You have to get like a second monitor, hook up your PS4 to that monitor, then get a special type of capture card that like takes in inputs and then also outputs to another computer.
No
and then
USB
streams it.
buses though. You can't use a bus.
Yeah.
Which sucks. But no, I mentioned that because weren't you were going to set up a gaming stream alongside the political stream, and like I thought that was a great idea at the time. And I still think that it like could have been, but like you were gonna be like not a Minecraft streamer, obviously, but you know, do your political commentary while you play video games or something.
Well, I know it wasn't. I don't think it was ever that heavy. It was
Okay.
just that some people had wanted me to play a game. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll do that. But like the problem is that my audience doesn't come for that. They don't show up for.
Yeah, they definitely don't now.
Yeah.
If we wanted to see some dumb motherfucker talk about politics while playing Minecraft, we'd go watch Destiny. Oh wait, we can't.
Oh,
no,
oh
Samantha,
man. Oh no.
Too soon.
Thank
Too soon?
But what is too soon? All right, let's discuss.
You know what, Wiggle? That's a good question.
Morally, what?
Was it because he showed this picture on stream? Just kidding. Sorry.
Oh my god.
I got so scared.
Sorry,
The night we killed Prime.
The night we killed Prime. I canceled Prime twice now, right? Or is it just the one?
The real mods would have stepped up and kept the show going while he was dead. And they'd be like, "All right, guys, we're just gonna move to the open panel."
Stage left. Pursued by bear.
But on the community thing, there's been so many cool people I've met from this community that I was sick of having to go like from server to server to go hang out with all the fucking cool people. So now there's a giant community server, and I get to yell at everybody on a daily basis, and I fucking love it. Because you're
so
all dumb, and I also
proud of
love
you for
you
setting
all.
that up,
'cause you're all
too.
dork. That's why I'm not streaming. That's why I'm not on panels anymore. I'm separating myself from here. I'm here for Prime. I'm not here for debating. I'm not here for that crap. I'm separating from myself from it to give the community a place to roam and hang out.
Yeah, Samantha. Also, like, I just want to say this: you've really evolved as a person too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I remember the first, like, months ago.
I was there on the first one.
Okay,
She was...
okay. I swear to God, if any of you start like doing that, I'm gonna go right back into talking about glass.
No. It's just I was just gonna say.
We
It's like,
can't gush though. Let us gush.
yeah. Like,
Okay.
it's you just become such a cool person, and I just hope you knew that.
True.
It's almost like you would ask off.
Take your service.
Yeah, hang on.
You know,
I remember.
Spectre?
I was just gonna take a moment. You got I think the oldest person here, and then the youngest person being like, "You grew as a person."
No problem.
Spectre, you're gonna say something?
Oh no, it's just I remember when Samantha was a naive little right-wing libertarian, talking about joining up with the Proud Boys, being the first trans member of that Western chauvinist organization.
Oh, but how based would that be?
I mean, yeah, this was the argument that you made, and then we bread pilled you. Yeah, like this is the rule. January 6th.
Oh, it's blue pilling. What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
So, anyone else has a favorite person? Spoon?
I think, do you know what? This may be controversial, but I'm going to say my favorite person is someone on this panel, and it is in fact Titan. Right? Titan's had his controversies, his controversial takes,
Sweet.
and so have I. And I think I bonded with Titan over that. And I
you
think
guys want the sexist label.
That's cute as fuck.
I know we're both
You guys
actually
have
sexy.
give us
Absolutely.
back this label.
Yeah, and I think I've talked to Titan the most off stream as well. And it's quite nice, like a bond I have with him. We got like a very similar type of personality. I think the way we argue is very similar, and the memes very similar. So I think Titan, I'm very grateful for meeting him.
Yeah, I mean,
That's cute as fuck.
I wish I could say Spoon for the same reason, but when we're such fucking clones of one another, actually, when it comes to debate style, that I actually have to go with my polar opposite style debate. I actually have to go with Kobe for mine. I love Kobe so much. He's too good faith in everything he does.
Yeah, I really like Kobe. I guess I'll go after all of you all, but so Smug, do you have someone?
I don't know. Everyone has such diverse portfolios, I think though, I think I'd have to give credit to Titan though. Like even though he's like the discount fucking edgy Destiny with no fucking viewers and like no clout to flaunt off the edginess.
Oh my god! Are you sure he's your favorite, Smug? Like,
nevertheless, though, was the one who because initially got talking from Rally's channel and then brought me over to this one, and well, maybe OG Titan back when he used to bring the heat, but he kind of dociled down though, man.
I think he
older dogs, that you gotta take to the vet soon.
I think he rightfully dociled down though, Smug. I gotta be honest.
I'm gonna have a controversial one. You want to know some of my favorite people I've had, that are not Prime, obviously, other than Prime, who is the number one person who I put in so much work for because I think that highly. Tiberius, Spectre, Revolt Rise, solely for the fact we can both shit talk the CIA for hours and just fall in love. I'm gonna have to say Wiggle at 2 in the morning. Wiggle. 2 in the morning Wiggle is best Wiggle. I'm gonna put out this. Here's the hot take here. Doobie.
Full take.
Legit Doobie. Dylan, and this is gonna get really fucked up now. But somebody I wouldn't have met if I hadn't have gone through Prime and been involved in this space. Haas from Haas for sure. Infrared. That. I would have never seen that big of a character as a warning sign of, hey, there is something wrong if you go too far left. One of my favorite people.
Nice. I'll also say this. I actually genuinely do like every person on this panel, but I think the funniest person that I've met on this panel has to be Wiggle, dude. Wiggle is so goddamn hilarious. Okay.
True.
Other than the Van Wiggle stuff, the dude is really funny, and I think that's pretty cool. Wiggle, you've also given me some pretty good advice sometimes, so I appreciate it.
Sometimes, all the times.
Okay, don't oversell yourself.
Don't like about him because you gotta fucking deflate that quick.
I'm gonna have to second and third that about Wiggle. Wiggle is just a fantastic
any fourths and fifths, sixth maybe.
I'll add to this.
Yes, please.
When I dropped Order 66 on my channel, there was only one person that left. I don't blame them because they said that was going to happen, and that was you. And I was sad to see you go, but I understood.
I left, and I called you a bitch.
You came back though. There's a
hypocrite and a lot of other things.
I just got ordered 66 with no warning, no context.
Wait, what happened?
I used to use that Discord not to talk.
What does
that
mean?
I want to know what this controversy is.
I'll call him out flat out. Order 66, if anybody remembers the Star Wars, when they executed Order 66 and he slaughtered all the children, right?
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. So Tiberius got all fucking butthurt after January 6th, had a fucking breakdown, and wiped his server. He fucking just slaughtered, cut left and right. Everybody cut. Everybody. If you are further left than fucking Clint Eastwood, you were gone. Okay.
I got purged. I was purged.
But to be fair, he did eradicate some Nazis and fascists, douchebags too, because that's what caused the 6th, and he was pissed off at them. Had an identity crisis. Then he had then I called him. I said, if you. The final straw for me was when he banned internet gas. And I said, fuck you, all kinds of shit. Called him a bitch, called him out on Twitter, posted his hypocrisy, left his Discord. Then he had a come to Jesus moment, which is where he talked to me because I am, in fact, Jesus. And then he had a come to Jesus moment. And then, I would like to say I had a hand in bringing Tiberius back into the fold and kind of, I will support Tiberius till the bitter fucking end, even though I think he's a fucking archaic, crybaby conservative asshole. I still love him to death.
Oh, thank you, Sam. I really appreciate that.
Well,
Fuck
I mean,
you.
Ty, I don't know like what your feels are about our controversy or whatever the fuck like happened, but like Ty's always seemed cool. Like there was, you know, a moment that most people apparently know about, but Ty, I feel like you've grown into this community, and I've watched it from afar, obviously, but like it's cool to have watched you grown.
There is so much I could say. I'll leave the controversy on the table. We can talk
Yeah,
about
please. Like I don't want to necessarily get into that.
As far as my growth on Twitch, there's been levels where it absolutely has helped, because one of the biggest things that I've realized being on Twitch is that, and particularly in Prime's panels, is how much difference like people's moral axioms are to where things that I realized that people were like, hey, we need to do this because of this. I'm sitting there going like, I don't support this. I don't believe in this. This is actually kind of cringe. And so there's levels where I kind of had like a moral awakening, if you will, which unfortunately for some people has pushed me further right. But on other ends, it is kind of opened me up to so many people's experiences. I've met Polar, I've met Osiris, I've met so many members in the Black community that I would not know because of it. And it's given me an open eye to where I would probably be a lot more inclined to use the, you know, all lives matter kind of shit beforehand, but after meeting them, I'm like, all right, you guys have a particularly different experience that I would not know otherwise, that completely changes the way I view the world.
That's
and
great.
It's very illuminating that. And so I'll put it this way. There are levels where I have definitely grown and changed because of this. Sometimes I'm like, I know I wouldn't be as far right as I am, having not met a bunch of leftists. But on the other side of that is that I have been opened up to people's experiences that I would never have gotten to have. And so that kind of balances it out for me.
Would you say that you've moved more to the right, ethically, economically? I'm not a political person, so I apologize, but have you? It sounds like you've moved further to the left as far as ethics are concerned, but perhaps further to the right in other ways.
I don't know if I really want to get into that because there's some of the stuff that I'm still having issues with. I definitely noticed that there's a lot of like responsibility takes that I go a lot more right on. I'm gonna panel this, or I'm gonna table this one, because I still need to work this out. Because the long and the short, at least for me, is that ideology in my head at this point scares the shit out of me. Where it's like, hey, yeah, I believe in this kind of society. And I'm just like, you recognize where the wheels fall off of that society, right? And that's where the miscommunications tend to happen. Is like, if you say one thing and then people take it the complete opposite way, then it just goes to hell. So get back to you on that.
All right.
Oh, I was just gonna say, you know, this, if we're gonna talk about people that we love, oh, that sounds weird. People that we like. I have met some great people that have joined my community. So Ted52, I think is pretty cool. Ted has been always awesome. Ted is hilarious. Yeah, Ted is great. And also probably my favorite mod, Internet Gas.
Yeah, I was about to say this.
Yeah, Internet Gas is
solo typing back to you. If you don't shout him out.
Internet Gas is probably been like even when I fuck up sometimes, Internet Gas is always there to support me. And like he's always trying to help me out, always trying to see my channel grow. He's like sending me like people to connect with if I need like art or anything. So yeah, like even people that I haven't like spoken to a lot on the panel, but people who just come to my community from yours, Prime, have been awesome.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Internet Gas.
Can I gush about Silly Serious? I don't know if she's still in chat, but like Silly Serious is the most versatile intellectual that I have ever experienced on Twitch, and I appreciate every single time she comes on here because her takes are so original and thoughtful, and I love her. That's it.
They're Australian. They don't count.
Them. Excuse me.
Sorry.
I'm definitely
hold on.
sorry.
So I wanted to make Spoon. You're going to say something?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, Internet Gas is like a super valuable member of the community. There's a lot of like very valuable members, Internet Gas being one of them. Like, he's the Omni mod. He's mod everywhere. He fucking helps everybody out. It's ridiculous. Like, definitely top honorable mention, Internet Gas.
Yeah. So Internet Gas is a mod here, and I didn't get to finish shouting out everyone like Smugplug when you came on. Smugplug has been another very valuable person, MVP mod, helping out behind the scenes. So I wanted to give a shout out to Smug, like I did for everyone else. Thank you for being here, Smugplug. Shout out to Internet Gas for also being so helpful and kind, especially helping out the Discord. And then I want to shout out Paul, who I see in chat. Paul, he's been an avid member of this community. Stream Elements, the like the chatbot and stuff, right? It like collects data, and it tells me like who like the most active chatters. And Paul is there by like exponentially the most active chatter I have. Like no one comes like close. Like the next one I think is it's not me. It's like I think it's Stream Elements itself, like saying automatic messages is like the next one, and then there are people after that just like falling under. No one talks as much and participates as much in my channel as Paul, and also being a great mod. Well, I hope you're hearing this, Paul, because I definitely do appreciate all the work that you put into this channel. Thank you so much. And in terms of my favorite people are the people here, right? Like that I've met. Yeah, this is my team, right? And all these kind people who've helped me out. Like
number one.
What'd you say?
Hot seat. Who's number one though?
Oh no.
Joe is. Joe. He literally says it all the time.
He does.
I actually,
he literally says it very
Who talked you
clearly.
down when you didn't think you'd get partner Prime? Who talked you down?
Oh, there you go. I've said, you know, Joe's been so kind to me, but like everyone else too.
Let's be real, it's Joe.
Joe is amazing. Thank you, Joe. But all of you have done so much for me, like beyond so much more than I could ask for, right? I find it always interesting about this space is that people will come in and like will volunteer their own time, right? Like not just like jumping on panels, but just to do stuff, you know, because they just like want to see the community grow, and it just touches me every time that happens. That people really want to decide that this is something worth investing in, not even just money, but in other ways, right? Shout out to 6 Foot Ant, who like designed one of our emotes, right? And like redesigned my avatar for me. But like a lot of other people will just come through, and I appreciate every single one of you. But yeah, you guys are all my favorite people. Thank you so much. Oh, okay. I guess it's awkward. All right.
That's so nice.
All right.
Yes.
I'm happy to be your favorite right winger, I guess.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Nobody's mentioned Joe, and not the other Joe, but Joe Lewis. Joe fucking Lewis.
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah,
Based as Joe.
Joe's amazing. Yeah, I call him an MVP.
Joe
Yeah.
is amazing.
Yeah.
He's Joe.
And like I guess there are other like great guests, and it's hard to rank the guests especially. But
No, it isn't. No, it isn't, man. You us of the black delegation are hands down your best guest. All right, all right. Look at your black guests and just take a moment and give us acknowledgement. We are your best guests.
The black, so the all black everything panel is like just so fun, like the funnest panel for me personally, and it's because of the mix of people who show up there. Yeah, amazing guests, amazing panelists. There are some like panelists who like are perfect, right? Like if I had like 10 or 20, like if I had like 10 Piscos, like I'd be set. Like if I could just like draw on them, right, for everything, because Pisco is one of the few panelists. There's panelists who like raise level of discourse like when they get in, and so like it was like a cool panel before, but then it's an incredible panel because they step in. And Pisco, for instance, is one of those people. And there
You
are
like invited me to niche topics, Prime. God. I'm shy, Prime. Tell me when you're doing social media and ethics and stuff.
Well, we get around to it, yeah. But like,
please.
But it's like the people, especially, but bringing that up, the people who can talk on just about anything, and Pisco is one of those people who can talk about anything.
Pisco is.
And yeah, so shout out to those guys because they make guys and gals because they make this panel even better. Like they literally will come in and just like the panel will go Super Saiyan because of them. I can count on
What do you mean? No, it's just him and whoever he's shitting on. That's what's
on this panel itself. Like you said, like talk about anything. come on, Dancing Spoon talks about anything. All right, Pisco, he'll pick his battles. Dancing Spoon here, I've been in discussions where this man will argue about what's the best vegetable. All right, he will literally debate about anything.
I got a lot of opinions, okay, and they're always correct. So
Well, in that
I have to let
case-
people know.
Like
In
our
that case, if you're Andre,
was supposed to only be like 2 hours. That's fucking like 6 hours long of fucking animal warfare.
As he says that Prime almost massacred me for disagreeing with Joe. I don't remember this, but it sounds like me. It sounds like something I would do.
Do you guys remember when Azzy, as of recent, is known for his pretty bad movie takes? Does anyone remember the terrible Godzilla versus King Kong take? Especially after watching the movie, he was just so wrong too. That's crazy.
I haven't watched the movie, so I haven't seen yet. But no matter what the movie fucking says, Azzy is wrong on this one. We love you, Azzy, but god damn it, you're terrible.
Yeah, Azzy's cool. Though. Azzy's cool.
So
Azzy's takes, yikes.
So yeah, ooh, how did? Well, I want to start with this, like, and how I started this channel. I don't have much else to do. I don't have much else going on.
pandemic.
Yeah, pandemic. That didn't help. But yeah, I didn't have much going on, and I wanted to give this a try. I had been in other people's channels, like part of their communities, watching not like politics people, but just like Twitch people. And I had always been thinking, like, why would anyone really care what I have to say? Or no one actually gives a shit. So, like, why would I start one? But because certain people, like my friend, and if you were here last night for the raid, you saw her. I was in the shower. She's a great friend of the channel that I love so much. But literally, she was one of the people who inspired me to start streaming. And like, you know, she would say, like, no matter what, just keep talking, which was useful because when I started, no one was here. Like, not a fucking person. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell, like, family members. I didn't tell friends. I didn't tell anyone. I actually still haven't told most people that I'm doing this. But I didn't. So when I started, when I turned on the camera, there was absolutely 0 people. No one at all watching. No one cared. Even a little bit. No one gave a shit. I was excited, like, because in Streamlabs it tells you, gives you a viewer counter. I saw like one person pop in, like, oh, hey, and I was like, I kept talking, like, getting more excited.
Times. I rewatched that stream multiple times. You're like, no, I guess, you know, there's no point of saying this because no one's here. And then you were just like reading an article. You kept referencing nobody was there. It was funny. You're like, well, I guess, you know, that's what you do as a streamer. So, like, you know, eventually there'll be people, I guess. It's so funny.
No one's around. Maybe one day I'll show that stream on stream. I'll watch, because I've seen people do that. Other streamers, like, they'll watch their first stream on stream.
I saw your first debate too. You debated one of the earliest streamers I saw in your community that, like, was Rob Noor. And, like, it was interesting because I was like, wow, like, it's just random people who weren't streamers yet. Then there was Rob Noor. So I was like, oh, he's at least established in the space or whatever. And then you debated him on, like, whether Black Lives Matter was like some bad organization or not. And I was dying, bro. I was dying.
Yeah, that escalated near the end because I was taking Rob Noor for his word on everything, right? He was, like, providing sources, but I didn't want to. I said this recently. I didn't want to, like, go back and check all the sources on stream, right? Not like what me and Destiny did when we just kept reading our sources, right? I was just, like, trying
the
to
most
keep it
entertaining
exciting.
stream ever.
Yeah, right. Oh my god. But anyway, but I was trying to avoid that, and so I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll just trust you that the sources say what you say they do, until I didn't. And I started actually looking at those, and, like, wait, this says the opposite of what you said. And it was just the end, and it was like 40 minutes of me saying, like, no, like, what you linked to me, like, refutes what you just said.
You know what's funny about that, though? Rob Noor is still having this debate to this day.
Yeah. Oh my god,
Yeah, Rob is an interesting guy to say the least.
But so yeah, I started the stream, and it wasn't supposed to be a panel type thing at all, because why would I plan for that? I was just gonna talk about the news and give my opinion, and that's it. And it started with a good friend. I'm gonna say hi to him. Devil Dog. He is a I guess Marine. Yes, Marine. And he was like home in the States, and he had some job, I guess a security guard or something, and he would stream, or not stream, he would come on to my channel. He would argue with me. He was like more of a conservative, so we would just have arguments in my chat. We'd have these arguments, and he kept pushing me to have the start the stream later and later, because he had the night shift. And so like I originally started streaming at like 3 p.m. on Eastern, but then I kept getting later and later because I couldn't be bothered to like keep a schedule. So I kept getting pushed later and later. And it got like super late just for Devil Dog to match his time, because then he would be arguing with me in chat. Then he's like, "Oh, you should create a Discord to do this." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I guess, sure, right?" I was gonna wait to create a Discord when I actually had a community. There was like fucking no one, but I just created a Discord just to talk to him, and it was me and him arguing for hours. No one around, no one else, just me and him arguing. And I slowly built an audience just by arguing with this one guy, and crushing him, I would say. And and then other people started to pop on, right? And then it was just like a chat between people. But then it kept growing, and I'm like, oh, I guess I have to like moderate this, and then I just kept doing it. So that's how that happened. So okay, that was it.
As a social media expert, I gotta ask you, did you get a lot of your audience because of his pre-existing audience, or was it just a natural trickle in?
Of whose pre-existing audience?
How did you get your audience, basically?
He just accrued it.
Yeah,
it was literally accretion. Like I remember,
Okay.
I think I was in there month 2. I could be wrong. I don't remember exactly when I showed up, but I remember I showed up about the same time that Pisco did, and it was literally just Prime and like 3 other people regularly, and then Polar showed up right after us, and I mean it just naturally accrued from there. I'm glad that I was one of the first, probably like major 10 members that we still see today.
I think the funny story, when I started streaming, which is like, I don't know, maybe like late June or something. Remember, I hadn't become an affiliate yet. It was like 2 weeks in. I happened to Prime's chat. I don't know if Prime remembers this. I happened to your chat one day, and I'm like, "Hey, dude, you're a pretty big streamer." He's like 30. I think he was like at like 18 viewers, and I was like, or something like that. It was the start of your stream. I was like, "Dude, yeah, you're a pretty big streamer. You have any tips for like anyone trying to grow?" And he's like, "Oh, well, do this, and that." And I was like, "Awesome. Like, I'm so close to becoming an affiliate. And so I'm really going to use your tips." And Prime is like, "Oh, wait, like, let's just check out your channel." And then he like spams my link in his chat. And like, he goes on there. And that's how I became an affiliate, was because Prime semi like pseudo rated me. That's pretty cool. And I remember that's one of the kindest things that everyone
did the same for me as well. Yeah.
So I got to say,
Twitch babies.
Yeah, I do have to thank Prime. The first invite panel I ever did was Prime and Last Username on the ethics of capitalism.
Oh yeah. We had that discussion.
That was interesting.
So
You deleted that off of your used to have that on like a YouTube or something.
Oh no, yeah, he ordered 66 his YouTube too.
I ordered 66 everything.
So, but on the thing with Polar, yeah, like the whole point was to help people grow, right? Like I didn't want to just like grow by myself, right? Like I don't know, it's like a weird thing. I wanted people to be able to grow with this channel. So I'm like always like, hey, advertise yourself here. Take the time. If you're doing something, let the world know, or my world, my very small world here. But so let the world know that you're up to something. So yeah, I want to help people, create and grow on this platform.
Subscribe to Polar's World. He's super based.
Subscribe to Polar's World. Yeah, subscribe to anyone who's streaming here.
You did that to me after Amazon Lily. We were like, "Oh, subscribe to Samantha." I'm like, "Don't subscribe to me. You can't. I'm not even an affiliate. And you're like, what? You're not an affiliate yet? And Prime's just like, everybody go to her channel right now and make her an affiliate. Within 3 minutes, I got the fucking email from Twitch. It's like, you qualify for an affiliate. And I look back, I'm like, what the fuck just happened, you ass? Yeah, no, you do that for so many people, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean that's the point, right? When I applied for partner, I put that in. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to create more streamers, like more encourage people. The open panels, like I was saying just the other day, are a bit of a crucible. Only the strongest survive. And a lot of people get their start here on Twitch Politics, right here on this community. I'm very, very proud of that, like extremely proud of that. And people come through, they give it a try, and they find out they like it or not. And a lot of people do, and they'll continue on. Other people don't, which is good for them, that they find out soon. And in a pretty low stakes environment, you know, because it's not all on you usually.
But I also want to take a second to normalize the more gentle, fragile people that perhaps you have made comfortable with streaming, because I'm definitely one of them. I wasn't streaming before I came on here, but being able to be part of a community that wasn't necessarily judgmental of the things that I had to say. You guys were like totally okay with me being shy and quiet a whole bunch of times, and just like sitting here being me for a couple of hours until I had something to say. But that like really fucking helped me be okay being on camera, being on stream, having my voice heard, and it was invaluable to somebody like me, and I'm sure quite a couple of other people. So thank you.
Oh, yeah, thank you for being here. Like again, this is our thing, not my thing. This is our thing. Like this would not, I couldn't have made partner like as fast as I did. Was it 4 months? I couldn't have done that without
Crazy
you all.
quick,
Yeah, that was.
I think it just shows how special something like this is. You know what I mean? And Kino brings up like really like important point about this whole community. Is there are so many people that I can think of that have been shy, that have come on, and like a few days later they're like super vocal, or they have their camera on, or so that's some like, even if you don't care, people in chat, even if you don't care about the political aspect, but so many people have gained confidence through here and been able to go on and do some other pretty cool things. So many streamers have come too. Like I can think of like 4, 5 streamers in my head that have just grown as a result of just being in here or being on a couple panels.
Prime, I don't know if you can share the not necessarily a meme, but it was an image of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles growing up with I think that Endersnix made that one. Do you have that you can share the screen?
Yeah. Let's see.
That one hit me, man.
That one hit pretty hard. I actually
that one hit.
I actually kind of teared up on it. I actually did. Let's see.
It's got Pisco on there, Ender Snacks. Doesn't it have Ty on there too?
Yeah, hold on. I got
like four particular people that were on there.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta scroll until I can find this thing. Where is it? Is it? I'm looking for it right now. This one particular image that
I keep wanting to call the rat Master Roshi. That is totally.
Can you post it on Twitter?
Roshi. Who the fuck is the rat in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Maybe
Master. Not Splinter, right?
Yeah.
Splinter.
Yeah.
Splinter. I thought he.
Is this why you guys kept calling Pisco the rat for such a long time?
The
rat. It was so weird to me because it was just like I was just like, I guess this is like an inside joke.
I think Joe started that. I think Joe started calling him.
Wait, is Endernak's Twitter gone? Is that why I can't find it?
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he deleted himself off of Twitter and Twitch, and I think his Twitch channel's still there. But he
and took down a bunch of YouTube videos as well.
Y'all laughing, but somebody I should do the same. All I'm saying,
No.
Twitter is the hellscape.
No, Endernax yeeted his shit because he got caught up in some stuff.
And I'll say that again. Somebody else should just honestly, every one of you guys that streams, just stay the fuck off Twitter.
Oh man.
But Wiggle, here's what I'll tell you. This will be something. Maybe this is an interesting conversation. Okay, how many times have we seen someone gain so much growth through some stupid Twitter drama? Okay, like so many viewers. Like, oh man, look what this person said on Twitter. Let me get them on my
All right,
stream.
for the perspective of like someone that's not a streamer, it is disgusting when you see someone go through some giant drama and then you all just accept them like a month or two later, and then we're just sitting there like, do they expect us to just forget because they're acting like they forgot for content? We're just like, isn't that the person that they said did all this terrible stuff and should never yada yada yada, and they just expect us to forget? Like, it's ridiculous.
So I'm trying to show my my screen. So I'm working on it to like get this thing on the screen, but
regularly do, huh?
yeah, it's a big pain to do this. But like I found it. The image internext. So I'm sorry, guys, if like the screen's getting
Just
weird.
put it on Imgur or something like that and put it in chat.
Okay, that might be the easiest thing to do. But okay, yeah, keep going, guys.
It's definitely a politics or Twitch politics discussion that needs to be had. Is that we almost have encouraged like toxic behavior for people to get views and grow.
Yeah,
like,
I understand what you mean.
Yeah,
doo-doo poo-poo.
I don't even understand it, honestly, because it's like when you think about it.
Really, Samantha? Canceled. Going live right now. I'll be right back.
You have visuals. You have
Samantha is uncancelable at this point.
I've been canceled like 19 times at this point. I've been a genocide advocate as well as a genocide denier. I don't know how the fuck that works. I've been a fucking totalitarian, authoritarian communist as well as a fucking fascist right-wing Nazi. Saying doo-doo poo-poo once to a Chinese person who is a Uyghur genocide denialist from infrared server makes me a racist because apparently doo-doo poo-poo is mocking the Chinese language. I mean, I've been, fuck, man. I've been canceled so many times. Like I should be giving this speech at the next Republican National Convention.
So I got the image on screen for the people who are watching it. This is the image, though it's, let me see if I can shrink it. This image that our good friend Endernax created for us. And I don't know, I kind of like teared up on this one. So it's really...
Dude, I still get goosebumps looking at that. God damn.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I am Donatello.
Yeah.
Damn, you should get goosebumps. You're still larger than all of them.
Shout out to my friend Endernax, wherever he is. This one actually made me tear up when he gave me that. So thank you, buddy. That's really, really kind of you. Really kind.
Yeah, you know what I also hate is that like this is something that feels weird, but this kind of ties into the same thing. But Prime, are you gonna say something?
No, I gotta get this stream back up, but keep going.
I was just gonna say, like, it really sucks making friends with people on this platform and then hearing them have like dog shit political takes, and then having to like figure out whether you have to stop being like friends with them or stop talking to them because of it. It's like really weird, and I've had to go through it like a couple times, and it's like, oh, yikes! Like, what do I do?
I found a weirder thing. Like I'll tolerate shit takes because that's what fuels my desire to yell at them, or have done so in the past. I'm much better than that now. What's weird is having to do something by community guidelines and enforcing these community guidelines, and then these people follow you for 2 weeks across multiple servers to do really terrible things, and then go on bigger streams and call you a fucking war criminal. And then say that I'm a military recruiter, but I get a pass because I'm trans.
What the hell was that?
You survived the left-wing persecution.
I'm saying. I mean, I've been doxxed by lefty communists. I've been doxxed by right-wing fucking crazy people. I've had death threats from Proud Boys. I mean, this community is fucking amazing, though, because like aside from all of that bullshit, I still get to sit in rooms and have discussions with Titan, Pog, Tiberius, and by discussions with Titan, I mean everybody else is having discussion, and he keeps his Discord like phone like non-muted, and then goes into Five Guys to make his order, but he doesn't have to order because they already know his order, so they just hand him his food because he's got that sad of a life, and I love this dude. Like, yeah, that's talking to Titan. But like, aside from all that crazy bullshit with the people with bad takes, the racist, the people that come on stream to just yell the N-word, you have the Jugsy, the flat earthers, COVID deniers, vaccine anti-vaxxers, like all kinds of crazy people. There's still about 50 people to that one that are like really cool, amazing people that you get to have talks with, from Prime's community, or the people that intermingle between Prime's community, DGG, Dylan, even fucking Rob's community, and like John Burke, and like everybody kind of intermingles, and you can find like cool people no matter what. Yes, there are those crazy outliers that are fucking horrible, but like when you look at it from the big picture, there are so many fucking cool people in this space to hang out with, to chat with, to share memes with, to watch them go drive and get food at 2 a.m. and still be on stream like a weirdo Tiberius.
Stop making fun of me. I feel attacked.
It's really cool.
I think like like comics and anime and all that stuff has gotten people like fucked up, thinking that like one side versus the other is this climactic battle, and every time you like clash, it's gonna be so exciting, and it's just something that you feel something internally. It's just really not like that. You get tired, and life is finite, and eventually you get to points where you just don't want to have that discussion anymore. And that's why like you have your elders that are like, just don't talk politics, because it isn't for everyone. There's eventually going to be a time where you don't want to have that like why you should take the vaccine discussion anymore, or like you don't want to have that like Black Lives Matter isn't a terrorist organization. It might be something else. And then it gets to a point where it's just like, all right, like I don't want to have this discussion anymore. And like they don't prepare you for that. When you're growing up, they make you think that every time you do one of these things, you're like Martin Luther King or something. Like you're gonna go home, you're gonna get sloppy toffee, and everyone's gonna like pat you on the back, and you're gonna get a big paycheck and have a great day. It's not like that.
Wiggle, like as much as I love watching Naruto and Sasuke fight, like I can't do it every day or like every week, you know what I mean? But like even as a streamer, and maybe Prime has a little bit like better perspective on this, but even as a streamer myself, like I can only have a conversation about, oh, are black people oppressed in America so many goddamn times, or is Trump a bad president? You know what I mean? And like I think you're right. Like it that does get a little annoying, but I'm interested to hear Prime's perspective on that.
Oh, it can be rough for me sometimes. I'm the only one here who's been there for all of those debates again and again, and not having the option to walk away, unfortunately. It can be exhausting. It changes, like, which one is the most exhausting one right now, like at any particular moment. But we've had a few. And it's just because people are excited. People will come to the chat like it's a hot topic, and people want to talk about it, and that's fine, right? But then they want to take it on the panel, and then like, but we've already covered this. Like we covered this like 2 nights ago for 3 goddamn hours. No, thank you, please. Let's talk about anything else, not that. So it'll shift. Like it's I have my topics that like I don't favor at this point right now, but whatever those are, they'll shift to something else in the future, because it'll be a hot discussion and everyone wants to discuss, and I have to sit there. It's a lot. That's a lot.
Was it a week ago that we did the anime discussion between us?
Yeah, it was an anime discussion.
Yeah, like because Sam made a new Twitch community server, everyone was over there and left Prime out to dry, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, I can talk to Prime one-on-one again. And so like that was a nostalgia trip, because I mean we haven't been able to do that for almost a year now. And then just being able to talk to you one-on-one, granted it wasn't politics, but just anime, it was so much fun. Thank you so much for like doing that.
Oh, thank you.
That explains so much, because you guys have like this opposite color scheme going on, and now I see the rivalry. Like that.
It's not a rivalry.
It's like red versus blue, but instead of being like
dark room, white room.
Blue shirt. Prime only wears blue shirts. We all know this. Okay.
Hey,
red versus blue is a
I'll say
callback.
that, Prime, all your shirts have actually like they're all comic related or something like that, and I think that's so cool. Like every single. Yeah, that was so cool.
Well, the only reason I started watching was to make sure that I knew exactly which Lantern shirt he was wearing.
Yeah, so like I got a whole stack of these things.
Oh my god.
So I wear them not necessarily because I'm just trying to represent. It's more like they're literally the nicest shirts that I have. I'm taking care of the best out of all my other shirts, so those are the ones that I use. So.
Prime, I don't know if I've ever seen you drink water on stream. Do you have like lantern glasses?
I do it all the time. I drink water all the time.
Okay, yeah. It's a water bottle, but still, do you have lantern glasses? Okay, I'm sending you some.
Well, that would be nice. Yeah, I don't have any.
You know,
Maybe we can like switch up your shirts a little bit so it can be like glasses instead.
there was a panelist.
Prime
that drank
cosplay
water.
stream when?
Yes.
There was a panelist that drank water better than
Full
everyone
latex.
else, and that would be Wake the Beast. He would be standing up, and you'd see the sweat dripping, and you'd be like, "This man was like a sauna." And then he'd have this water bottle, and every time he took a sip, you're like, "That must be the tastiest water on earth." Just the way he'd be looking at it, he'd just be like. So good.
Wiggle, does anyone remember the last time he was on a panel? I remember this time. This was crazy, dude. Him and Fnatic, like they were going back and forth and back and forth. And at the end of it, I think this is true, dude. He was like, Wake the Beast is like, I know my Fnatic is mad at me. And he goes like, Fnatic goes, what? And Wake the Beast goes, yeah, I hired him for my child's birthday party 7 years ago. And this was not a lie. He actually had hired him and everything. And then Fnatic's like standing up and he's like, what the fuck? Like this dude just like murdered my mom. They were like hating on each other and everything. It was so funny, dude. So funny.
And Escalate, but hold on. I think Fnatic denied that it was him. Right? Like
really? I don't know.
You guys are misremembering, and it was funny. It was like he just randomly went like, yeah, like I remember him, and like I had hired him for like my kid's like party or something, and all of us were just like, this is getting all too real because like they both live in the same state. This is getting kind of weird. Like, do they have this weird backstory? And then he was so disrespectful. He was just like, yeah, he said something like, I canceled or something, or like he said something really bad about the dude's music or like the guy.
Dude,
and,
oh my God.
and they hadn't really made anything personal before that. It was bad.
Do you remember when he left? He said something about everyone, or like he was like going going and he's like,
Yeah,
nah.
oh my God.
He was like,
Another
misremembering. Fuck you.
He only came after y'all motherfuckers that disrespected him. He let me clean out of it. And he complimented Empress.
Yeah. I don't think. Did he come after me? I don't think so, right? Because I never said
No.
anything. I never said anything bad about like,
No, he came after Limitless Chris Fnatic and then Polar.
Why he came after me, bro? I didn't even say nothing about him.
Which was the one that had the heart of a cat, though?
That was
Who actually-
That's
actual
on hippie.
Oh,
That was actual.
No, there was a better moments in here. Like you had the whole like
fist bump.
you had like Chud Logic. He was speaking about something and he was just like he's like something he's like, you think homosexuals? And he said it with his British voice, and he was coming after Wake the Beast, and Wake the Beast was just mad calm. He's just like, you're just coming after me with emotional ejaculate.
Do you remember? You would always
I was just
I don't need
waiting.
to emotionally ejaculate all over this, but
I swear the chat died. I was dead, bro.
Do you remember? Does everyone remember when he's like, we are in a time of complete disruption in society. We need to go back to the olden times, the times where philosopher kings ruled this world.
He
He would
speaks in
always say
proverbs.
weird stuff like that,
He
dude.
speaks in proverbs. He'd be like, man is like a bird, and a bird must fly. What are you talking about?
Y'all are the reason why we don't have Wake the
if
Beast.
metaphor, then deep.
Was a great panelist. All you had to do was let this guy come on, do his thing. But that was too good for you, the Twitch community. The Twitch political community has to show they're smarter than every other panelist. The Twitch political community has to debate the person and be like, why did you say that? Well, actually, Aristotle didn't believe that, Who believes that? Name a philosopher. Name a philosopher. Name a samurai. You scare off every one person we ever get.
No, I
The
agree.
sea of knowledge.
He could rap too. He
Hell-
could rap. Has anyone ever seen him rap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's
Well,
pretty cool too.
This is why I hate and Titan has scared people off. Yeah, I'm calling you out, Titan. Titan specifically has scared many people off of this channel. I've watched it happen as he's crushed his
name
Tried to
Yeah.
get
fans.
like canceled a couple of
Well,
times too.
hold on.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. Wake the Beast is such a Chad fucking alpha wolf that I am just like shocked to hear that he was like, scared from a debate panel because people want to debate with him. That sounds like some really feminine behavior for me. I don't know.
Actually, Spectre,
Yikes.
he was so straight that he just could not deal with all the emotional ejaculation.
That's what it is, right? There's just too much estrogen in the room for him.
Yeah,
Got it.
something like that.
All over the place.
The sea of knowledge is clouded by the fog of stupidity.
I'm upset that nobody's called my name. Titan might have scared people off, but I have literally made people like quit invite only panels before they start.
Oh,
Because I said fuck it, yeah, go ahead and say some turfy shit so I can fucking go up your ass. Like that was pretty harsh.
we've done that stuff too.
Who was that to? Wait, who left? Who was that?
I have since become friends with this person and we've talked it out, and I was just trying to explain like, hey, I was saying this because like it's fucking funny. I don't care. Comic Girl 22.
Oh,
don't know what that is.
yeah. Oh,
And she left the Amazon Lily going like, I don't feel comfortable.
yeah.
She almost pulled the Lady Raidencloud bit, but didn't quite go there.
Oh no.
Yeah, I remember that. That was pretty rough.
Dangerous territory.
I can we not talk about this? I'm feeling uncomfortable.
Yeah, that was.
Cry about it on somebody else's stream. Everybody was mean to me.
Speaking of the fan panel, actually, what happened to the person that came on who was like super controversial? Was in, I don't want to say in Doobie's pocket because it's a negative connotation, but what happened?
Oh, Nell?
Yeah, what happened there?
She's got a job. Like,
Oh,
she's,
that's it.
remember, she's from the UK, so like these panels for her start at like 2 in the morning.
Yeah,
Oh,
they started
okay.
And so I'd
one
invite her, and she's like, "I'll hop into her chat because we're still friends. I'll hop into her chat." And she's like, "Yeah, it's like 2 in the fucking morning. Like literally, I can't." I almost went into like fucking
3
the other
a.m. here.
person's voice, but like,
Yeah.
yeah, she's
You
like,
hit her
2
with
in the
the-
morning.
She got a
You
life.
fucking doobie, fucking doobie,
got a
you
life.
fucking Nazi, fucking doobie platforming fucking Nazis like Nick Fuentes. Cigarette. I'm the Antifa overlord. I've been studying Antifa for 29 years. Literally, you can't do this. I'm
I did-
sorry, Viv. I'm sorry, Viv. My
I remember
bad.
all the memes that Doobie has did. Like I even remember sometimes like, bro, Doobie should get off these panels. So like as time has gone on, I think the dude is so funny. I gotta be honest. That dude is
I love
so
Doobie.
fucking funny,
I love
man.
Doobie.
Yeah, but he's does anyone remember when he got Supreme to leave the panel? like he
No,
was like,
what
he's like,
happened?
Oh, I remember that.
basically we were talking about something like something about immigration. I don't remember what it was, but then like Supreme was like, I can't stand here to debate some furry frog ass looking type of dude. He didn't say that exactly. That's how I remember.
He was
it.
like cartoon characters, like anyone,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm not gonna take this dumb cartoon character seriously. He left the panel. Dude,
It was rough.
so funny.
I love Supreme so much.
They've since like reconciled behind the scenes.
I love Supreme too.
But yeah, I'm a big fan of Supreme as well. But that was rough. I've stated very clearly how I feel about DB and everyone else. And again, because I don't back away from people who are necessarily problematic so easily, right? Sometimes that can burn me. I know, but I don't.
Turf stream.
But I, I try to go by how people treat me, not just by rumors, how other people feel about them, and then to like get rid of them for that. No, I don't do that. But it can be tough. DB makes it very difficult. Like among all of us, Endernax was at first was like the worst with this, but then DB outclassed him in terms of.
I had I had to separate from the politics Discord only for that reason, dude. Oh my god. Like I think Doobie's cool. I think Doobie's really funny, but I can't deal with the Nazis. And I used to Prime. Do you remember when we were we would go on the politics server and they would have a room for us?
Yeah.
All the mod team, I'll say this, the mod team's super nice. I still chat with them sometimes, but wow, some of the people that would come on or that we'd end up debating was pretty pretty interesting to say the least.
Yeah.
Okay, Doobie in that community, I've seen a lot of people talk about the Nazis or whatever. I've seen Doobie do some creative shit to get rid of Nazis. Like he live streamed this shit in a Discord call we were on, and he was like, "Oh, watch this, watch this." He goes into the religion chat and just basically says a really negative blanket statement. It can't be taken as offensive, just like he's talking shit on Jewish people, right? And then he waited till the actual anti-Semitic people came out with their bullshit, and then he's just you just see him click ban, 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 ban. I watched him ban 50 fucking actual anti-Semitic Nazi types, just because he's I don't think the Jewish people really deserve, and the Zionists, and he goes on this intelligent thing that's kind of shit talking at the same time. Waited for people to hop on the shit talking train and just fucking yeeted him off the server, and he's like, "Yeah, good, I did my good deed for the day. Fuck those guys." It just stops.
Doobie's listening. I hope Doobie's listening. Here's what Doobie should do, okay? Doobie should have a counter ops team where he has secret mods, a different role that isn't displayed from everyone else, and he goes in they go into all of his the VCs and shit, and they kind of itch further and further to what the Nazis are actually talking about. As soon as they say the Nazi stuff, instant ban, dude. That would be so smart.
He has mods. His thing is highly watched.
CIA mods.
His thing is highly watched. There's a mod in every single channel at all times.
But my understanding is that the mod team is really good, but it says that the mods are separated from everyone else, and they don't have secret mod power.
It's got cleaned up a lot. So right now, Discord is literally watching Doobie's server. After the Nick Fuentes thing, they are watching.
Wait, what happened
server.
with Nick Fuentes?
He got banned live on stream for skirting a Discord ban.
Ooh.
And so he wasn't banned by he was banned by Discord. This was above Doobie's server level. So they've been watching. So I can't run around calling people the R word on politics anymore because it's banned for the time being until Discord stops watching the server. So I can't do my typical ableist bullshit.
I mean, y'all can say what you want about this, I hate the Nazis and I hate the race realists, etc. But that's the reason I go into Doobie's server. You guys are saying the opposite, how you should change it. But I watch here sometimes, it'll be a circle jerk of the same idea, and then it'll just be all right, no one's moving it forward. And then I'll go into another VC and we're talking about some stuff, playing a game. I'm just gonna keep going from Discord, from voice chat to voice chat, and it'll be surprising. Sometimes it'll be the religion chat or a weird one, and then you'll find the one, and then you're entertained, and then you leave, and you're you feel alive. And you guys are rip this, rip this, find a way, get rid of it. But it's the only reason I go in there. I don't know.
Yeah,
I kind of agree with you. That's when Titan brought me there, to the politics Discord, and I got my first taste of it. It was fucking 2 days after George Floyd.
Good luck. Oh, shit.
I'm sorry. I'm so
sorry.
Oh, fuck.
Yikes.
You know what the fuck was going down in that?
Oh, man.
So it was basically 4chan at that point.
I think that's what I kind of know what Wiggle is talking about. I remember before I would stream, this was a year and a half ago or something like that. I would just go into Discords Destiny and Voshes, and I just sit and or I'd try to go from VC to VC and I just listen to what people were talking about, and that was kind of fun. I'd stay in there and I'd make temporary friends. I think I still have some of them added, but I never speak to them again. But I remember oh, I had this conversation with someone. One time, now that I think about it, some lawyer was trying to help out this other Discord user about their friend who was trapped in Saudi Arabia, who married a man who said he was rich but wasn't rich. So now she's trying to come back to the country, but she's pregnant. It's crazy, dude. That's all I have to say. Discord's wild. It's not even the political stuff. Just they talk about their lives on there. It's something else.
something I wanted to bring up about this channel. It's something that Pisco had said before he left, talking about like the generations of panelists, and that's like a thing here, right? We have people who are if you go back into the months, you'll see like there's like a few faces who continue to show up, right? But eventually happens with everyone, they fall off, you know, and for all kinds of reasons, you know, like life reasons. People are like trying to go off to college, like our boy Polar here, or you know, they have to worry about school or not school, work, right? They're like schedule changes, or they're on a pandemic schedule, right? They were maybe working from home before, now they can't. All kinds of reasons why people fall off. And so like we've had like several successive generations of people who are regulars here, you know. And yeah, I don't know, I haven't actually kept track. I should maybe try to go back and do that. But like we're like generation 5 or 6 or something, generation 5 or 6 of these individuals who come in, you know, we're just regulars, and it sucks because, and that's actually kind of what that Endernex image was about. Because, you know, people were there and then they kind of go off and do their own thing, which is great. I want to see them grow. But it's also kind of sad, you know, to see everyone leave. It bums me out a lot of times. But I understand that everyone here is only temporary, and obviously this is just my thing, right? This is just like my thing that I'm doing, so I can't expect everyone to be, you know, as dedicated to this as I am. But it's still very sad because you get very close to these people, you get used to seeing their faces. This churn is absolutely normal in any channel on Twitch, on any TV, like audience of a TV show. It's the same, right? People start off on something, they get very into it, but then life happens or something happens within the content that, well, for whatever reason pushes them away, and they disappear. But you don't see that happen. You don't see that churn. Here you do, because these people are on here. You see their faces, right? And you get used to them, and then at some point you realize, hey, they're not around anymore as much as they were. Right? Maybe they'll pop in here and there, but they're just not around anymore. And I see that all the time, and it really, it's sad. Like it's tough doing this on politics, like discussing politics in particular, because if this is just like, for instance, like a gaming channel, I don't know, we just discuss like games, right? Well, then we would have far less trend, but we're talking about shit that matters, right? And emotions fly high here. And people say things that maybe we shouldn't have. But yeah, things can escalate here. Or just that, like, even if you're in the chat, like, and not on the panel, you'll hear something, and everyone in the chat has something that is a line for them, right? And no one here knows what that line is, but we might cross it, and then people will get really mad and disappear. We've lost a lot of friends. At least, no, excuse me, I've lost a lot of friends here on doing this stream. It's just kind of the way it is. Like, a lot of people who I really liked came through here, and they're gone now. And some people that you have gotten to know, and they're gone now.
Throw a few names.
No.
Yo, this type.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, probably not worth it. I'll say this.
Said I like a friend too. Your name's out there, you know. Tweet it, you know.
Some of them might not have left for bad reasons, mind you. Okay, they might not come around here anymore, but like, also remember that CTV is now doing his thing on a stream. You've got a Sneaky Debate shit down there, Sneaky Debate Redcoat, doing his own streams at like 6 o'clock in the fucking morning.
It's normal here.
You know, you've got all kinds of, like, Polar's World. You got all these people doing their
I got
own
2
streams now
businesses
too.
to run. Yeah.
You know, I've got a business, and instead of being on panels as much as I would like to be, and me.
Yes.
Do you? Okay. Well, for one, I've owned one of the largest bakeries on the West Coast for 7 years
DM me
now.
so we can geek out. Okay.
There's also two in France and a couple in Ireland. Anyway, but on top of that, what I do here, why I haven't been on panels, is I'm doing video editing, intros, outros, end cards, fucking thumbnails. I have so much work. Prime has given me a lot of work. There were so many thumbnails to catch up on, a lot of content to get through, a lot of memes to make, and pictures of funny faces to find of Prime, which have been great. But like a lot of people have moved on to either streaming, other forms of content creation, going to YouTube because they got into a fight over someone on Twitch. So now they're on YouTube because they're afraid of the Twitch community and their necks. You have so many people moved on to other great things, and some people did leave over arguments, over disagreements or political disagreements, or the fact that you know, a lot of people would yell at Prime for the fact that like Tiberius is here or me here, that he's platforming Nazis and fascists, that he platforms doobies, so therefore he's a fascist adjacent lover, rather than a person who just lets people yell it out and moderates from the back. And it's not, you know, Prime does have things that are about him, but if you look at his channel, the channel's not about Prime. The channel's about the community that Prime draws together. And that's pretty fucking based. Is Prime will sit at the middle and take a freaking getting screamed at from 9 people, and he'll like 1v9 until backup shows up.
No, we can't do revisionism.
He'll back up, but like
Prime won't let himself get yelled at by one other person. He'll be like, guys,
no.
Whose channel is it?
No.
This is my channel.
I swear I'm gonna mute everybody. I swear I'm gonna mute everybody. This is my channel. I will do what the fuck I want. Nobody will speak that way to me on my fucking channel.
Did you answer me?
Channel, and then
have you heard me? No, Sam. It's my channel.
You're not coming back. You're not coming back. Fuck you.
I'll also say this, Prime. Like, what makes it really difficult too is because we're streaming, and this is also makes it really difficult. Is that like since you're streaming, you know people and you will talk to them after Discord. It's like different than a TV show, right? Like you actually talk with these people. You may share personal parts about your life, and then they have to go on and do other things. Like at least I know for myself. Like I've been trying to do school. Like I've had to cancel like so many streams this week just trying to do college stuff, and it sucks because I met a lot of people that I consider like my friends on this panel, on other streams. But then I have to like take a step back because of like other things going on in my life. So I can only understand a little bit.
Dude, that sucks so much. I'm sorry. Who was?
I was gonna say it's interesting from my perspective because like I hear this like you guys bring up this name like CTV, and I'm always the guy that like sticks up whenever people say CTV, and I'll say like as a streamer, he's come like farther for like showing and improving his setup than all of you guys. He used to just be in a plain ass room. This man got he used to stream off the phone. He got the mic. He got the 8-ball thing. That was his community made that. The whole wolf, the emotes. He has his Discord set up. He got the light.
Shout out to the emote. Shout out to the emote designer.
Yeah.
Samantha. And then it's he's always upgrading his setup, changing things around, always trying to foster the community and everything. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, my room's been the same since you guys saw me, and so have some of yours. All I'm saying,
my stream.
Brian, have you changed it all?
Almost not almost. It's almost identical. Like the only thing that's changed is some of the Chrome, the assets on the screen. I've shifted, but they're still the same assets, but I've just changed them up a bit. But other than that, this is almost the exact same thing. Still got the same computer. Everything is the same. But I always look. I figured I got a partner with this equipment. I don't see why I have to change anything. It works, right? Clearly,
Dude,
it's
Chuck
a track
Logic just
record
updated
of
his
success.
computer, and you haven't done shit to yours.
Yeah, this is like
I
the
love that,
crusty,
though.
the crusty football socks thing of no, these are my lucky socks. I've won every game with this. You roll them up,
dude. Imagine Prime gets a new camera, and then viewers just drop, dude. Everything just goes down. It implodes from that
Prime in
moment.
4K.
He gets a nice mic. It's over.
He turns on the light. He gets a new
That
camera.
480
Very
softens
light
his
skin.
face.
Everything just hits different.
Titan's gonna step out, but Titan, thank you for being here, buddy, and it's progressively sinking further into your chair into oblivion. Titan, as always, keeping it real here. Nothing's changed there, but Titan is a good friend of the channel. He has an emote here. If you got if you're subbed, spam Titan's emote. He's one of my favorite emotes that we've created. But thank you, Titan, for stopping by. Definitely valued member of the community. Anything else to say?
Nope, looking to get back into panels a little bit more here in the next upcoming weeks, maybe next month. So maybe we'll have another set of memes for this next year to come. So,
all right. Well,
Ty, you be on panels
See
so
you
no one
around
can
there.
see you, dude.
yeah.
what's that, Polar?
How can you be on a panel if no one can see you, dude?
I can still be on a panel. People on their cameras. All right, I just leave the top of my head available. It's better than a lot of others. So.
Dude,
Just do it real quick.
I don't know. It's not my problem. Like,
Ignore the mining
No.
rig in the background.
I can't
Also,
do this.
check out the poll in chat. Chat, go ahead and vote on the poll that's been just put out. The Titan stream.
Titan stream.
I just got my thumbnail image. I just got my fucking thumbnail image.
Thanks for being around, buddy.
When you do it smug, it just looks dirty.
Yeah.
comfy, isn't it? I know. It's good posture, good etiquette. Absolutely.
this hurts my back.
Yeah, right. It does.
Right?
Maybe it's because I have a trash chair, but this is terrible.
But thank you, Titan. So yeah, what I was gonna say before Tiberius rudely interrupted me to randomly cause drama on the stream is that we've made
Which
a lot.
one?
What? Sorry.
Sorry.
We've made a lot of friends here, but yeah, we've lost a lot, and I expect that we will lose more. It's kind of like the nature of this business. Again, this happens on other channels. It happens all the time, but my drama becomes public, right? And in fact, most of the times it's actually not my drama. It has nothing to do with me, but something will happen, and people are gone, and it is a Rubicon that gets crossed, and we can't go back. So
You can avoid that negativity happening by voting on the poll in chat.
I mean, man, one of my favorite things, right? In your community, first of all, your community was like is probably still is like a space that's like you could just find people, and I would just sit there for like hours. So like you were talking about favorite people, and I would say like, but like there's people in here. None of you guys are my favorite person, sorry, or that I met from like
Rip.
Twitch or anything. But like there's people here that I owe something to, where it's like Prime. In your space, I've met so many people from your channel, just hanging out afterwards for hours in those like discussions. Like I remember the first mod I ever interacted with, because they were always busy debating, was like Sneaky Debate Man. And then like he was probably the only person in Discord anything that was like willing to just talk to me, and we'd talk for like really long, extensive periods of time. Tiberius was the first individual to invite me to one of these closed spaces, even though I wasn't a streamer. And then like the first person to like mod me on Twitch for anything. And then there was like people that I met that way. But I'd say like that was one of my favorite things, was just sitting in like VCs and just talking to people from like extensive periods of time. Like after your stream was over, there'd be people who would like go to sleep, leave, and then you get in these long convos. And there was like this idea of like this, like almost like this Goodfellas like idea of like what happens off stream is off stream. And I've had long, great convos with individuals that like Dr. K and like Spoon and just like people. I think I spoke with Beamore one time for like 6 hours. And Samantha, a bunch of people. And then now it's kind of like the stream is always on. It's like when you're done, it's almost like this idea that there's like you're bigger now. So there's smaller streamers that are like in your VC afterwards also streaming. Or there's the idea of like people who are like, this is what happened in the off like panel thing, and like I recorded it, or like this is like this, and it's like, there's all these elements that come with being a bigger streamer, and it's like that space is almost like lost. It's almost like lost having that feeling of like talking to someone and talking to that person and just being able to not think. You know, it's like being high and not having to look around for like police or something. It's like now it's like you're to chat. It's like is this the person? Are they recording this? That person's awfully quiet right now. And it's just uncomfortable. I don't know. It's uncomfy.
You could maybe drag people into like the private room or something. We could like, or the commander's lounge or something if you wanted to do it that way. You know.
That's so elitist. That's like,
I don't
it's
know
like
if you
Respect the power, Wiggle. You got it, man. Use it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I hear what you're saying. It's like again for those who haven't been on the panel before and haven't been on the panel at the end, right? Keenal is one. Maybe once or twice you made it to the end of a stream.
That's because you ended at like 4 o'clock in the fucking morning
Yeah.
back then. Oh my god.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, I made it to a couple though.
But yeah, when you do that, there's like just when I stop streaming, people stick around, and it's amazing because this doesn't happen in other communities, another Twitch politics community. Like when the streamer goes, everyone else goes. But I could leave, and people will keep talking and forming friendships here, and I'm really proud of that. To see that happen here, that people are forming these relationships completely independent of me, right? You guys don't just walk away from each other. I love that. I hope some of you make friends for life here. It makes me very proud of what we've built.
Yeah, it's like, like your space. I'm sure like you may not notice it, but your space is heavily like to the left. So it'd be like when you get on your panels and you experience it, it feels like you're getting all sides of the spectrum. But it's like, I mean, it's like you're getting a lot of the left, and then the people who are coming from the right are like, they leave, they get pushed, and it's like even with the mods, like even with like I'm a mod here, and then you'll see like even Paul would be like coming after anyone who's right wing, and he'll be like attacking people that are like saying conservative type stuff in certain ways. And then it was kind of like at that time period when I first joined, I remember like going to Tiberius, and then he was like the centrist, but not really a centrist. I'd always joke about that. And it'd be like these two of like 80% of people like were in primes, and they were like largely on the left. And then you'd have like this enclave of people that were like right wingers, and then Tiberius would be like, I'm not a right winger. And then you'd chill there. And I remember that's how I met some of my favorite people, is I met my favorite people on the left in your space. And then I met my favorite people on the right in Tiberius's space. And I still remember these people to this day. I still speak to them. But like, unfortunately, yeah, none of them were my favorite person. My favorite person that I met in any of your Twitch political spaces. It's weird. It's weird because I met so many people I do like. There's Metaphor, who honestly should be here now. There's people like Venom Jesus as well, Beemore, Joe Lewis, like a bunch of people I can't really name. Definitely Revolt Rise. Revolt.
Fuck yeah, Revolt.
I read Revolt through Redneck. And then he was like on a stream on Tiberius's. And with Revolt, I gotta say, like, I don't know what it is. Like, the dude just knows something about everything. It's like crazy. It's like you gave like some dude like a shitload of Adderall or something and threw him in a room with the computer, and he just knows like everything. And you could just sit there at all hours of the day and just be like, just talk about something. I could read an article and this guy would just like know everything about it. He's read like 3 books on it, and like he remembers something. I could read the news that day and bring up something, and he just knows about it. And like I've never met anybody that's like that. It's like having like a Google right in front of you, but who can speak to you in like layman's terms. And like I would put that like a cut above. But the best people that I met in your community, I don't know, that's kind of hard. I'd say like I wouldn't know most of the people that I'd meet in your community if I didn't originally meet Tiberius, that took me to his community. And then I met people from here like Samantha through like your community. And I was like, hey, also chill with Tiberius and people like that. And I met like Spectre from like coming in here. I still remember the first stream I met him. You were complimenting his hair, and he had like the leftist guy on the wall and like on like a portrait thing. I met like Smug Pug. He used to have like the fucking sombrero. I don't know. It was like a shtick.
Oh, that's right. You did do that. I forgot about that.
Yeah, like I don't know, like but I would say like probably, I don't know. It's really hard to say because just like you say, there's peaks and troughs, and every single time there's a trough, people leave. And so my favorite person for a period of time leaves, and then you see them a new favorite person and they leave, and it's like that. So you have like favorites, but I can't pick like one person from your community. Tiberius is it'd be really easy. It'd be like definitely the Peacecraft. Peacecraft.
Oh my god. I love Peacecraft.
Peacecraft is the person who I think that I've changed my opinion on the most, just being on the platform and being around. Yeah,
Yeah,
Peacecraft
me
is actually pretty
too.
great.
At first I thought he was like when he said like civic national, like I think that's what he calls himself, a civic nationalist. I thought he was like,
He's moving away from that. He understands it's probably not the best way to describe your ideology.
Yeah, and like the more that I talk to him, he's like, oh, like this guy isn't this this guy isn't like the civic nationalist that like.
All right. Now don't gas him up. He's not that great. He's not.
I know he's not that great, but like.
Oh. He's a great support for Overwatch duos. I'm just gonna say that. Like my boy, like me and him tear shit up in the Overwatch.
No, Spectre, you play OW?
I didn't know that you guys play Overwatch. DM me, please.
Yeah, I was about to say the exact same thing.
Great!
I know no one. I have no one to play Overwatch with, dude.
We have a whole group. It's amazing, and I used to be,
all of this happens because of Prime's community. Look at this, we have an Overwatch team being created live on stream for you,
dude. Oh man,
MLG when?
Yeah, let me into that.
Yeah, me
Actually,
too.
was one of the top 500 players a couple of years ago.
Oh, I wasn't that good.
Not to flex or anything.
You know, adding you now. You're
Okay.
BattleNet, Discord, or what's,
either one. Just yeah, BattleNet it.
We're exclusively playing ranked, by the way. I need you to boost me.
That's fine. That's the only thing I like to play.
Dude, I'll play too. Okay, don't. Hey, don't leave me out of
So I think Wiggle got me in a Tiberius server to help a libertarian civnat find a safer place to be than just solely in Prime's community. He's like, hey, come over here. They won't fucking kill you every time you speak.
I joined one of your streams, Prime, and it was just like it was very tense. It was like a standoff between like indigenous women, and like it was one of those vibes where like nobody else could really talk, so I was just like quiet, and then it was like Samantha like coming after like somebody else, and them coming after her. Lady Rainclad was there as well, and it was kind of like everybody else was just kind of like quiet, because you can't speak if you're not any of those things when Lady Rainclad's around. So we're all just kind of waiting, and then afterwards, I was like, hey, I think it probably was Samantha that reached out to me and was just said something like, hey, you seem pretty cool. We can talk about something at some time. And I was like, hey, I know this guy, Tiberius. You should definitely chill. Like, there's more people that are in your like spectrum. Like, it won't be that tense.
So, I gotta say that this all is just so amazing. Again, these communities, like Wiggle is telling you about, like all these communities that have formed, and these friends that have been they created, and sometimes enemies. In fact, a lot of times we've made a lot of enemies on the stream. And we've had the knives out for the stream for a while now, and that's okay. That's fine. There are the people who have helped make the stream what it is. Can't say, because apparently I'll get canceled again
Please
for
don't.
it. I won't, but like I'm just saying that other people have made this stream, and so shout out to all those people who are no longer with us. Shout out to the people who put just like so much work, like just as much work as I have, like Spectre, like Samantha Banana, like Eli Valor with helping out in the YouTube, right? Like all the producers,
you
all
can
the
just
mods,
call us the Illuminati at this
all the
point, please.
Illuminati, yeah. Thank you to all those who really helped this community take off, because it just can't happen without you. I have gone a year, and I have not missed a single stream, not once. Okay, we've been doing it. We're making that content for you. All right, I'm here because I know this platform does not get built with me not doing this. Right? A lot of times I don't feel like streaming. holy crap, there's so many times I don't feel like streaming. I would rather sit down, like watch a drama, play a video game. I just started Persona 5. And so that's the thing that I'm doing now. It's kind of fun. Something I'd like to chill and do, or listen to music, or read something, or anything else. But we got to create this platform, create this community, because it won't happen if I'm not here. So I will be here. I'll try for another year without missing one. It's very convenient. Like I said, people ask me how I do that. One, I have no social life. Two, I don't have a girlfriend. It's the truth. It's the truth. I saw that last night Hippy Dippy wasn't on. Hippy Dippy Roundtable wasn't on. And I just happened to see, because I'm not really on Twitter, but when I went to make my live post, that Dylan had posted that he was out on a date. And well, congratulations to Dylan. But I'm not going out on dates. So I will be here. I will be here every time, creating this community with all these amazing individuals. And oftentimes I'll start off not wanting to stream, but you guys will make it to like, oh, I'm glad I did this. Oh, I'm glad I was here for this moment. If I wasn't here, then this wouldn't have happened. If I didn't turn on that camera, then these people wouldn't have like either come together and shared these great moments, right? That wouldn't have been a thing if I had, just taken that night off. But it's one of the things that drives me, pushes me to keep going here, and so I will always show up. So thank you all. Thanks so much. Leah in chat says, as soon as Prime gets a girlfriend, we're all fucked. The panels will just stop. That will not happen. That will not happen.
Yeah, well, come on, man. Yeah, well, we can all see it.
Yeah, well, not gonna
They'll
lie.
be like, Prime, I want a sandwich, and it's 2 states away. And Prime will be like, guess there's no stream today. I gotta get my girl a sandwich in Wisconsin.
I just want to know what girlfriend Prime thinks he's going to find that's going to.
I was gonna say, yeah, is it gonna be an e-girl? Is it gonna be a streamer? Is it gonna be somebody in his community? Like, who's
I mean, I'm okay with it.
6 days a week. 6 days a week, staying up till like 3 in the morning,
very
yelling
patient
at
girlfriend, low maintenance girlfriend.
Like it has to be the most patient woman on the planet, right? This is what we're looking for.
It's gonna be a conservative alt-righter, but they're very attractive. They're very attractive.
But they're very attractive.
Yeah, we gotta get Prime.
Blair White.
Oh no!
It's gonna be like,
Prime's like, I'd like you to meet my girlfriend, Lauren Southern.
Fox News podcaster. Oh my god!
Prime. I will say this: that like, do you ever wonder and like ever think about like, actually being in a relationship and like furthering like social life outside of stream? That's something that you've ever thought about?
Are we gonna personally inquisition?
Yikes, bro!
I would like to rephrase the question. Okay, Prime, have you ever thought about fucking touching grass? Okay.
Okay, that's about it.
Took me a second.
Touches grass in video games, okay?
Grass. What's grass?
It's like, wait a minute, like touching
Touch
down.
grass simulator.
Like, I was like, oh, like being down to earth. I thought that's what she was trying to go for. Like, oh no. But I can answer pull this question. Yeah, I mean, I've thought about it. Look, like basically what I do is I do like the night shift, right? This is the night shift, So you just have to find someone who's okay with a person who works the night shift. I mean, lots of people do, right? I'm not the only person, right? So that's what I do. I work the night shift.
Easy GG.
And I think, and what I like about streaming, the thing I like about the most about streaming is the possibility of freedom. One, I don't have a boss to breathe down my neck. However, I do have chat. I do have my donors. And again, you guys don't pay me to not stream, so I keep streaming. So that's a thing. When you when you're an employee, right? When you're an employee, like you're fine with getting like by with like as little work as you can, right? Like especially if it's a job that you dislike. But like everything is like a hassle for you. But like you work much harder when you're self-employed. You work much harder by yourself. But it's more satisfying that way, right? The effort that you put in to it. So in any case, yeah, if the streaming will give me the opportunity, if this continues, if the stream actually grows, my income grows, hey, we got a PayPal button below if you could use that. If this if this income actually grows, then I could stream from anywhere, like anywhere in the world, right? As long as I start the stream at 8 p.m. Eastern, then I can stream from anywhere. Got a strong internet connection, I can do that. So I would love it if I even moved to another country. Like I'd move to another country for like the right person. You know, why not? Yeah, it'd be a real adventure, I think. But that's that. If that ever happens, that has to be because of you individuals. You individuals will make that happen. If you guys don't think this is a good enough product to invest in, well,
Do you have
then
any like
Donate to Prime so we can
that
buy
you're
Man Island,
visiting?
please.
what would you? Sorry, would
Do you
you
have any
say?
countries in mind that you're thinking of visiting?
Well, I've been to Paris, and like in terms of living, Paris would actually be, it's not a country, but France. But yeah, Paris would be a great city to
Paris
live
is in
in.
France.
Yes, I got that. Thank you. And then, I liked. I don't know if I could ever, unless I find a girl who's already there. I'm not sure I could ever get a girl to go with me. But like Hong Kong, I loved Hong Kong being there. I love being in a crowd. It was an amazing city. These are places I've been to, like traveling previously, right? Oh, and I hope to start to travel, like just like for a vacation. One day I'd have to actually take a vacation from the stream, but one day I would like to do that again, when things open up. But yeah, that would be great. Maybe not Tokyo, but Tokyo was fun though. Yeah, there are other places that I'd like to go. Maybe some place in the UK, and then I could hang out with Spoon, and we can like stream together. That would be amazing. That would be amazing, right? Spoon, where in the UK should I be?
I mean, I'm not gonna dox myself, but like, I guess we probably meet up in like London or somewhere. Nice.
No. I just mean like no. I'm not gonna say like your town, like good place, like other than London, because London is obvious.
I don't know, man. The UK fucking sucks. I just stay in my house all the time.
Okay, all right. Well, whatever. Well, we'll work it out. Maybe you'll visit me in Paris.
I'm only stopping by the UK for photography excursion. Then I'm out.
We just stay
You slimy bastards had Australia right fucking there that you could have just moved. And you were just like, no, let's put the prisoners there instead. Beautiful beaches, fucking koalas, right? You should have walled off England and just like called it a day and left them there and gone to paradise. But no, you wanted to stay where it's like rainy, wet, and miserable.
Snakes and spiders?
I don't know what to tell you. I have no sympathy, you imperialist bastard.
Marsupials that'll kick you in your face? Nah.
Or claw out your guts.
I mean, like, what's the worst thing when they kick you in the face? Like, it's not like their teeth are gonna get damaged any worse. But aside from that, I mean, like, you gotta stop using the word traveling because, like, you know, in the United States, we're just scouting. You know, really, we're just scouting. You know, we're looking for the next annexation.
Damn.
Think about it. Just think about it for a second. If enough people come back to the U.S. and they're just like you. They're like, I really like, you know, Paris. I really like Hong Kong. You know, Myanmar was really beautiful. That works its way up. It trickles its way up, you know?
Shout out to Leah once again. She put a comment in chat. I'm gonna just read your comment, Leah. Our Wonder Woman. She says, no flipping this to mean to Prime. I was thinking about us crazies who were housebound before the pandemic and rely on internet connections to keep us from going totally off the rails or from walking into the bay not coming back. I guess I would be among you all. I've said this before, is that the pandemic, I was socially distanced before the pandemic. Like when the pandemic hit, it didn't actually change anything about like my life, like not a thing. So it was actually very easy for me. I've been preparing this for my entire life. I've been preparing for exactly this situation. It was very simple for me. So I was fine, but like all my social contact was coming through Twitch at that point. Thank you, Metaphor.
Whoa.
Holy crap, Metaphor, thank you for being so kind as to give 20 hot tier 1 gifts up to the channel. Oh man, it's really kind of you. Thank you for being a homie buddy. Yeah, Metaphor is one of our illustrious mods who comes in here and puts a lot of work. Thanks so much, Metaphor. Yeah, I was, alone, but like, just reaching out parasocially through others, like my friend again. I was in the shower. Shout out to her. We love her so much. But when I created this, this kind of became how I got all my my social connections is from people like you. Those here, those in the chat, right? You guys have been in my life for the last year, and it's been a good life. So I don't know. Thank you. All right. Anyway, so,
Affection.
I know, right? It sucks. Well, look, we don't need to drag out how great I am for any longer. The stream is ending though. We will go on to a walk-on panel.
Stream is over, confirmed.
The stream is not over. Then we were gonna go over into a walk-on panel.
Yes, Spoon. The stream
right
is
after
ending.
this.
I thought it was ending.
After.
Hold on, Prime. I got this. We're gonna have a walk-on panel right after this, where lucky viewers like you, yes, you can come join the conversation. Just type !open in the chat. We put a link there to the Discord for your convenience. We bring you this content 6 days a week. That's right, 6 days a week, everyone. We bring you this content. There's a lot of work that goes on between. Am I getting this right? Okay. There's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes that you don't see. It takes a lot of work to put on this much content. You don't even see it, but we're here putting this content 6 days a week, everyone. 6 days a week.
Thank you. This was a great test run. We don't actually know this individual PrimeCayes. We're just a service. And if you guys want to recreate anything like this for your anniversary, we're all for hire. We do a great job. Just go to paidactors.com and it's a very short introductory fee.
I remember when I
not only am I a paid actor here for this stream, I've also been a paid actor for the Sandy Hook shooting and the January 6th riot.
I'm just so confused. Samantha's like being edgy and giving like a good speech, but I still don't know if the stream is ending. Is it ending? Is it over? What's going on?
No, we're
panel is next.
Wait, stream is over?
Stream is not. Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh my god. Anyway, so I'm gonna say bye to these wonderful individuals. Bye, Wiggle. Thank you, Wiggle, for being here. We haven't seen a little bit, buddy, and I've sent you DM. I'm just telling you how much I miss you, buddy. Because Wiggle does mean a lot to this community. Thank you so much,
dude. Like, I don't know how many you got to keep sending. I'm not gonna send you pictures of my feet.
Okay, all right, moving on. Thank you. Polar's World, our boy Polar. Polar, soon our man Polar, because when do you become 18? I gotta keep track.
Turn 18 on July.
This is a weird cut from. I guess there's a fetish being.
Oh no, dude!
When are you legal, Polar?
I turned 18 on July 16th, so I have like 2.5 months, something like that.
Half almost birth.
Oh man. Yeah. Thank you. Well, all right. Well, thank you so much, Polar. And Polar is going to be in some fancy highfalutin college. Not going to have time for us townies anymore, right? But we'll be when that happens. We'll still be cheering them on, whether we see him or not.
Catch him. He'll come in here trying to say one of them college words, and then come in here and he'll be like, "Actually, if you look at the econometrics."
Wait, you act like I don't already speak like that on panels.
Please go round 2.
And if we could get, this is random, but if we can get 2 more donors, we can actually start a second hype train. That'd be pretty cool, like a second hype train.
We have a level 1 hype train.
You can do that.
We have a level 1 hype train.
If we had 2 more donors who come in really quick, on top of Metaphor, we could actually start a hype train. I don't know, 2 more donors. I don't know. But anyway, yes, Polar. We will always support. Oh, thank you, Tiberius. Yeah, one more person. In like less than a minute, then maybe we could actually start that hype train. That'd be really cool. Oh, we did it.
There it is.
We got a hype train. Can you help us out with the hype train? Our good friend, It's a Metaphor, started us out. But we have Tiberius being so kind, Samantha being so kind as to help us get that hype train on. We're at level 3 hype train already. 75% in. 4.5 minutes left. Can we do it? Can we get to a level 5 hype train? It's all up to you. All right, back to the love fast for a moment. Oh, SA, thank you for gifting 3,000 bits to the hype train. Thank you so much. Oh my god, so kind of you. Thank you all for the support. Yeah, again, a Polar, all love to you. I hope you know that. And I don't know. There you go.
Thanks, appreciate it. I'm gonna try. I have summer coming up and stuff, so I haven't even streamed them like a lot as of recent. So I'm gonna try to get back into it.
Okay, thanks so much. Samantha Banana for all the work, all the hard work. Guys, you don't see it. Like, I actually mean it. When I say a lot of hard work goes into this, Samantha Banana is doing a lot of that. Right there, Samantha Banana is making this happen. So thank you, Samantha, for everything that you do for this stream constantly. Yeah, I don't know if I'll say anything else.
He's being nice about it. Please send help. He's locked me in this room and
Okay.
gave me a computer with nothing but Adobe
All
Premiere
right. Remember,
and
she's a
Photoshop
paid
on it.
actor, so she can't trust anything she says.
Hey, no, I love doing this for Prime. If you can join his Discord, join the official Twitch Politics Discord. Meet a lot of other people in the community, small and large, and help grow all of this community together. You can just type !Samantha in the chat and get a link.
There it is, !Samantha. Then I have to thank one good for Gabby for being so kind to donating 100 bits, and then Leah for donating 10,000 bits. Holy crap, that's a lot of bits. So that hype train is done. That's a oh no, not done yet. Almost there.
Almost.
Level 5 hype train. We have level 5 hype train going on in the chat. If we can maybe knock that out. But thank you, Leah, for your endless support. It's really kind of you. Okay, but thank you, Samantha. Next, Spectre also putting a lot of work in behind the scenes. Also, like producing. Scheduling is really fucking difficult, and I hate it so much. But our boy Spectre helps us out, makes that possible. So, Spectre, is there anything you want to say?
No, I mean, I was not a indoor person like you before the pandemic, obviously. You know, this community has helped me get through having to stay indoors throughout quarantine. I appreciate everything. Love everybody here on this panel. Yeah, it's been wild. I wish I could come on more. Just, you know, living situation with the noise levels hasn't been great, but here on the 18th of this month, I will be shipping out to Austin, so I'll be streaming again and hopefully showing up on Yell at people again, which would be dope.
I remember on election night, I spent like hours in a VC with Spectre, and we watched the whole like voting go through, and we went through the period of like, fuck, Trump won. Like we were just thinking about other stuff, you know, passing the time. Then we saw the other votes come in. And then we saw the whole process. I remember consciously having a discussion of like, oh, fucking shit, everyone who went to sleep is not going to believe this. This is going to be the worst fallout ever. And then we both had to live through months of people questioning that.
I remember too, because like we went deep into it. Like we got Revolt to send us like that website that shows reporting by county and by precinct, right? And we were like watching it come in. We're like, oh god, the Republicans are totally going to say that this was stolen, and everybody's going to believe them because nobody's gonna, actually.
There was this one kid, this one guy that was like, dude, like, Biden's gonna win. And then we were just like, no, come on, man. Like, shut the fuck up. You know, like, we're just trying to, like, move on. Like, it just already moved through it. And then that guy, like, the fourth time he came in was like, no, for real. And then we were like, wait, what? And we're already thinking of life in a Trump second presidency. And then had that flip of like, what?
I was literally like wondering, like, okay, so I think that my van can make it down to the border. All right, cool. Tijuana's not terrible. I've been there a few times. Like, I can handle living in that city. It's fine. 2
shout outs. Thank you, modern day debate, for being so kind as to raid me. That's really kind of you. Thank you for stopping by Modern Debates. Really, really kind. My name is Prime. This is my 1-year anniversary stream that you guys have stumbled on. But yeah, thank you for being so cool to be here.
I am not your producer, but I will say this is a prime opportunity to be like Modern Day Debates, and Prime should definitely have some form of collab. This is an individual that you should have some connection to, and thank you for the raid. Definitely foster something out of this. Then again,
over here trying to put me out of a job as per usual.
But no, I told Mario Debate that I really like him. I met him before on Dylan's stream, and I told him like I actually do appreciate his work. So thank you if you're out there, and thank you Metaphor for gifting a hot tier 1 gift sub to Modern Debates. Thank you so much. Okay, and if you want to put in some more bits into the hype train, grab those exclusive emotes. Go ahead, drop it those bits right now. All the hard work has been done for you. Shout out again to Leah for another 20 hot tier 1 gift subs to the channel. Holy crap, Leah. She is on a roll tonight. It makes 1,955 subs all together, lifetime, to this channel. Thank you, Leah. Our Wonder Woman, a title well earned. Next, we have Tiberius. Again, a person who has been so. Hey, there's Zin. Hey,
There's Zin. There he is.
Hey, Zin. Thanks for coming in at 300 bits. Thank you.
Thanks for the bits, man.
Zin has been here from the fucking beginning, all right? So shout out to my man Zin, all right? He's been a big supporter of the channel. I do appreciate it. Also, Ty, who's been here near since the beginning. Ty, thank you. Again, gotta thank you for still being a friend, despite everything that's been happening. But you've been a solid supporter. So, yeah, any last words?
No, I appreciate it. And dude, you have worked your ass off to get where you're here. Because, you know, when you say I've been here for every stream, haven't missed it, I've been there to see it. Literally 6 nights a week. I am super happy for your success, man. And I hope you keep going further.
We're trying our best out here. Tiberius's link is in the chat, and so is Polar's World. Next, we have Sneaky Debate Man / Dancing Spoon. Again, one of my favorite people to talk to, and I cannot wait till this man has his own place and he can participate fully, right? And he can lose it, and then I can receive more DMs as to how problematic Spoon is, and I can ignore them just like I did all the others. But Spoon, my man, who, despite being British, is actually one of the coolest dudes around. Thank you for being here, Spoon.
Thank you for having me, Prime. I would love this community even more if it weren't for all the Anglophobia that I experienced, the prejudice for me being English. No, but in seriousness, it's a great community. And you can still hear me.
Oh my god! Yes, you're the British. Oh my,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's a great community. It's a great community, and I think it does actively do good, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Thank you, friend. Last but absolutely not least, we have Kino Elise.
Is that me?
Yes, that's you.
Hello?
Who's been so kind. Kino has talked me off the very much proverbial ledge when it comes to streaming and like how I'm doing. She'll like look over my numbers with me. It was like, this is so bad. I remember like when I applied to partner, I'm like, I'm not gonna get this, and I'll never get this. It was really, and she's like, no, like your numbers are really good.
You were so wasted on. I'm like, no, it's okay.
I'm like, this is pointless. I don't know why I even bother.
We called over for like 3 hours, and it was so worth it because by the end of it, like you were just like chill and okay. And I'm so fucking proud of you, Prime. I'm so fucking proud of you.
Thank you.
And everything that you have built.
And part of it is you. Part of it is all the people, everyone on the stream here, people out in chat like Metaphor, who wasn't here, or Ted, and all those others who've been part of this community. To my lurkers out there, you have been built this up too, because we need the numbers, frankly. That helps. Just use, even if you never chat, even if you never say anything to me, it does mean a lot. And of course, our donors. Thank you, donors, for keeping this, because I would be doing something else about the donors. I love you all, but I would have to be doing something else about the donors. So shout out to every single one of those donors. But okay, we are going to roll into Open Walk On panel. We are going to Open Walk On panel. Anyone here is certainly welcome to join us, but if not, that's okay. Thank you for spending your time, your energy, your passion, and your kindness, and really your thoughtfulness, and like your time, and just like your friendship with me, my community. I know they appreciate just as much as I do. Have a good one, guys.
Love you, Prime. Love everybody here. Thanks for having me.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.